Big South, and it's a considerable challenge for the Dragons here this afternoon. A good early season test to find out where the Dragons are, as this Winthrop team is a little bit dangerous, Tubes.
This team is very dangerous. 3 members of this squad are on the first or second All-Big South team. Watched some of the film with the team last night. They like to drive. Little similarity to some of the stuff LaSalle did in terms of how they get to the basket, but they have 3 of them that just go to the rim all the time. A couple guys that can really shoot from 3, and a big man he's one of those guys that he's not overly quick. He just kind of gets to the right spot. So this is a real big challenge. I don't think people in Philadelphia actually know how good Winthrop is, but when you walk by their wall over there and you look at all those NCAA tournaments in the last 2 decades, it's quite a few.
Like the ring of banners hanging above our head is quite considerable between men's basketball, women's basketball, and then volleyball. They didn't put up their esports banners in here yet, but they even have a national championship in esports. So
why would you stay inside if you live in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and play video games?
It's a very good question, but, the world needs ditch diggers too. Starting lineups for today's game are brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. The region's strongest network of doctors and hospitals means you can choose where, when, and how you get the care you need. Learn more at ibx.com. They're about to introduce the starting lineups here in the arena. Tuberosa will share them with you here on the radio.
Sure, we'll start off with the visitors from Drexel. A little different from last game. Yeah, Lamar Oden, Justin Moore, Luke House will be in the backcourt, but there is a change. Yame Butler will now be in the starting lineup tonight, and alongside Amari Williams. So that's the Drexel 5. On the other side, Nick Johnson is at 1 guard spot. Kason Harrison at another. Up front, they have Kelton Talford, KJ Doucette. Both of those guys can really get to the basket. And Chase Claxton, who's known for his defense on the squad. So those are your starting 5 for tonight's game. Should be fun, Rob.
It's funny, you mentioned Doucette. Doucette is a guy who played Division II last year, was the player of the year in his conference. And going back to Pat Kelsey, this program has a history of taking players from the D2 level and elevating them, elevating their level of game and making them competitive here in the Big South. Yep. And Doucette's another one of them. Yeah,
I think we're going to see more and more of that going forward. You look in our own backyard right now, one of our captains, same thing. Good player to D2. Now he's here, but with the way the transfer portal is right now, and the way NILs can kind of take away the mid-major player, you can get a really good player from a D2 or D3, and it can really help your program.
A guy who maybe, hadn't developed quite yet in recruiting season. His high school recruiting season hadn't quite developed yet, but needed another year of seasoning or another 2 years of seasoning.
And another thing, Rob, that people kind of overlook sometimes, and I know this from having a high school kids, a lot of the good players in my kids' high schools aren't getting looked at as much because there's still that COVID year. So you still have extra bodies. There's a whole year of bodies that are trapped into those 4 years.
We watched Tyson Walker the other day playing for Michigan State. And you're like, how is he still in college? Yeah. But with the COVID years and everything else,
Speaking of guys that have been in college forever, did you see who's here today?
I've heard. I have not seen him yet, but I heard Chris Fouch is making an appearance here today.
Yeah, we saw Chris Fouch. He went and talked to the guys prior to the game. For you young people that don't remember Chris Fouch, he graduated in 2014. He's one of the top players in my 25 years here, 23 years here.
When he came on campus, the story was that he had scored 70 points in a high school game. And then you looked at him, and he was not the tallest, definitely wasn't the biggest kid on the planet. He was wiry thin. But, man, could he get that shot up in a hurry and swish him from the corner.
Yeah, if he was 6'5" and not 6'2", he would have played at St. John's. There's no doubt. He's one of the best shooters I've ever seen. And, hopefully we'll get to see him a little later. But right now, there's a lot of hoopla going on before the start of this one with some lights. Spotlights down on the Winthrop Eagles.
It is homecoming here at Winthrop. So and something I don't think I've ever seen before, at least not in that smaller window. When we got here to the gym at 4:10, the volleyball match had just wrapped up. And so there were volleyball players all over, families hugging and people taking selfies everywhere. And they actually had to make an announcement at one point like, excuse me, people, we need you to leave the building because the basketball teams need to start warming up for the game. And
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that in one of our contests before.
Well, how about even before that? We come in and it takes us 10 minutes to get 100 yards.
Because of the homecoming festivities, there's tailgating going on in the parking lot, and people got tents set up. We were just caught in traffic getting into the arena. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's great to go to places where basketball is the thing, where the college is the thing.
I was actually expecting, we have a pretty good crowd on the sidelines, but on the baselines, but on each sideline, it's not as full as I would have thought. I would have thought this would almost be a packed house tonight from, when you hear about how crazy the crowds get down here.
Yeah, it's a little bit thinner, but, we saw a lot of people in the parking lot. And
yeah.
if you're out there hanging out, it was raining earlier. It was a little bit miserable earlier. So they're probably taking advantage of the opportunity to fellowship with some of their peoples. Dragons come out on the floor in their gray uniforms with gold down the side, white letters and numbers, little gold trim around those numbers. Meanwhile, the Eagles in full gold with a maroon number and letter, white trim around the number. Chase Claxton and Amari Williams getting ready to get this one started. The ball is in the air, and the Dragons control the opening tip. They'll go left to right, and here we go, Drexel and Winthrop.
And we're not going because the clock has not started.
The clock did not start. Justin Moore took it in the offensive end, but the clock was, and that three looks a little, the shot clock, the three from this angle looks a little bit sick. It's a slightly different color than the other one.
Kind of had a rough night. It's a little off.
Yeah. All right, so now they've taken 3 seconds off the clock. We're at 19:57. Coach is in a very slimming black, like Lululemon type pants and tight pants. I'm not sure the brand, and their Nike tops.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're Nike pants. They
Probably
seem to have Nike everything.
Williams with the ball, top of the key, gets it out to Elo. Lamar drives to the baseline. He's double teamed, and they're trying to wrest it away from him. Finally, they call it seems like the defender Claxton stepped on the end line, and so it's going to be Drexel basketball.
Choppy start. 18 seconds in. Nothing's really happened yet. Except the lights went out, the clock went off. Right?
Well, I was going to say, we're 18 seconds in. The shot clock was at 14. Now it's at 4. So the Dragons going to have to move quickly here. Lamar looking at the coaches. Now they stop it again. Officials call timeout. Because the shot clock said 14, then it changed to 4, and then almost immediately they handed the ball to Lamar. And so the Dragons hadn't really, the coaches wanted to make sure the players were aware that there's only 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Well, they weren't, and that's why you saw Jason Allison as well as Zach Spiker jump up. It's not so much, it's no problem if it's 4, but you can't say 14 when you hand them the ball.
You hand them the ball, and you go 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, here in the early going, some clock issues. And we really haven't gotten this one underway yet.
This building needs a Snickers.
So now they've put 14 back up on the shot clock.
Look at that one.
Yeah.
It's a thin one.
Might not make it to the end of the game. Lamar Odin passes it in the corner to Justin. Moore dribbling. Bounce pass to Amari. Jump shot. No good. Johnson with a rebound. Nick Johnson will bring up the floor. Pass ahead to Harrison. Kaysen, the lefty, passes it. Spin in the lane by Doucette. Gets to the front of the rim. Puts it up. No good, but he is fouled. So KJ Doucette, 6'7", 230-pound player, gets fouled by Lucas Monroe. It can't be.
No, that's on Odin.
It's got to be on Odin. But he said this. That is on Odin. Okay. 2 shots coming. Maybe I saw the 2 shots coming. Doucette, 5 for 5 this season. Bends his knees, puts it in the air. Good.
One thing you probably heard it as well as I did, Rob, when we were listening to Coach after he did film. These guys like to spin. He said they're going to see a lot of spinning, and we already saw that on that first move right there. He went to the basket and spun. I think he'd be able to pick up some charges that way.
Doucette makes them both. Winthrop has the early lead, 2-0. House holding it, gets to Odin. Odin back to Moore, center of the floor. Now Amari facing the basket, pass to Justin. Justin holding, dribbles left, gets it to Amari in the lane. Amari kicks it back out to Moore. Now Lamar Odin, shot fake, dribbles into the lane, has it knocked out of his hands. They're going to push it forward. It's Kelton Telford. Telford on the ground, has it ripped out of his hands by his own player. Johnson has it. Now it's down in the corner. The shot is up and no good. Yame Butler will get the rebound. Butler to Moore in the offensive end. Tries to kick it out to the corner. It's deflected. Dragons save it. Yame from 3. No good. Rebounded by Harrison. Harrison, as I said, a lefty. Passes it over to Nick Johnson. Johnson down in the corner for Claxton. Now up top for Harrison. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Harrison goes left, steps back. Now needs to pass it out. Claxton down in the corner. The pass goes. That's Doucette. He turns it over. Moore dribbling in the lane, drops it off. Yame Butler with a reverse gets the Dragons on the scoring column. 2-2 is your score.
Fast paced to this one.
It's fast paced, but it's not crisp.
No.
Here in the early going. Now Kaysen Harrison taking a couple deep breaths as he comes across half court. Gets to KJ Doucette. Doucette to Talford. Now Harrison. Nick Johnson with the ball, top of the key, 7 seconds on the shot clock, goes left around the screen, drives it, gets just ahead of Amari Williams, gets it in, and he is fouled. So count the basket, and they're going to put a foul on Yame Butler.
So it's 2 team fouls already for the Dragons on 2 drives.
It's 4-2 Winthrop, and Nick Johnson's going to go to the line. He is 4 of 5 at the line this season.
Thought Amari was going to be able to get there and reject that, but he got there just a hair late.
Just a hair late. Nick Johnson lefty shot is up and no good. And Lamar gets the rebound. So Justin will bring it up the far side of the court. 17:34 remaining here in the first half. Justin Moore passes to Oden. Oden between the circles, dribbles right, gets to Luke House. House tried to go baseline, and there'll be a blocking call. Luke got lucky on that one.
Yeah, he did.
He really initiated most of that contact.
Yeah, he tried to do a fake, kind of lost the ball. But he bumped Harrison, and Harrison picks up his first and the team first for the Eagles.
Sincere McMahon and Alex Timmerman check in. Harrison and Talford go to the bench. McMahon 6'1", 167. Alex Timmerman 6'9", 267. A grad transfer from Bucknell University.
I think in transition, Amari has a huge advantage here. He should be able to get up and down the court on Timmerman.
Oden with the basketball beyond the arc, hands it off to House. House dribbles inside the arc, now pass out to Oden. They get it to Amari. Amari turns, pushes it up with the left hand, misses. Timmerman catches it on the floor.
Amari's had 2 from about 8 to 10 feet right now, just come up short.
Sincere McMahon, third on the team in scoring last year, passes to Doucette. Now Nick Johnson down to Timmerman off the left block. One dribble closer, gets it out to Nick Johnson. He shoots the 3, it's no good. And Elo misses the rebound. Doucette picks it up off the floor. Like that literally went through Elo's hands.
Yes, it did, and right there for an easy layup. So instead of being down 2 with the ball,
they're down 4. 6-2 the score, 16:33 remaining here in the first half. Moore to Oden in the corner, rainbow 3, no. Nick Johnson with a rebound. Turner and Okrus at the table to check in for the Dragons. Timmerman in the paint, catches, turns with a hook. It's blocked by Amari Williams, taken by Amari. He's going to push it up the middle of the floor. Amari stops at the arc, gets to House. Now Moore, and they'll set up their offense. Justin calls Amari out. Back to House. House squares up, shoots the 3. It's just a little bit too strong.
good look too.
Brought down by KJ Doucette. Doucette bringing it up the floor. McMahon from 3, it's good. Tried to get Luke House on a foul. Nope. Refs weren't buying it. 9-2 is the score.
He kind of stuck out his leg a little there, but
yeah, he did.
Didn't matter. Went in, and it's 9-2. And we're an offensive foul on Justin Moore away from the ball.
And that's going to take us to our first media timeout. 15:33 remaining here in the first half. It is 9-2 Winthrop in front of Drexel. This is Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
Here at Mountain Dew, we'd like to remind you, life doesn't always have to be so serious. You gotta know what's important and what's not important. Here's a checklist. Not forgetting your mom's birthday? Important. Knowing how to tie a tie? Not important. Standing up for your friends? Important. Keeping a diary? Not important. Rooting for your team even when they're down? Important. Always keeping some Mountain Dew in the fridge? Important. Sharing it with friends? Important. Trying all the different bold flavors of Mountain Dew? Important. Like Mountain Dew Spark? Important. Mountain Dew Major Melon? Important. Mountain Dew Code Red? Important. Mountain Dew Voltage? Important. Mountain Dew Livewire? Important. Doing it all in 20 minutes? Not important. Enjoying the fact that Mountain Dew lets you experience the awesome kick of dew in so many ways? Important. Okay, maybe not as important as knowing your mom's birthday, but important. That's our checklist. Memorize it, because there's gonna be a test. But passing that test, not important. Really, it's not. Experience the boldest flavors on Earth. Do the Dew.
At Independence Blue Cross, we take care of the people who take care of you. Everyday heroes like firefighters, teachers, farmers, and healthcare workers. Doctors and hospitals across the region have IBX, and they know what it means to have reliable access to care. So whether you're saving lives or just trying to live a healthier life, count on IBX, the region's #1 health insurer for 85 years. Learn more at IBX.com.
Academy Bus, the East Coast leader in bus transportation services, is proud to be the official ground transportation provider for Drexel Athletics. Like those who wear the blue and gold, we strive for excellence with every move we make. Our diversified fleet now features 30, 38, and 54 passenger buses ready to move your group. Our numerous operations centers now stretch from Boston all the way to Miami. Learn more about how we can help move your group at academybus.com.
You'll find affordable family fun in Valley Forge in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Plan your trip at valleyforge.org. 15:33 to go here in the first half. Drexel trailing 9-2, and Lamar Odin picked up that foul just before the break. Number 2 on LO. The Winthrop inbounding. Drexel with full court pressure. Yame Butler, Luke House, Mate Okrus, Garfield Turner, and Jamie Bergen's on the floor. Bergen seeing his first action this season. Xavier McKelvey on the ball right now for Winthrop. McKelvey passes to Harrison. 6 on the shot clock, Harrison. Pull up just inside the arc. It is no good, but he was fouled by Garfield Turner.
Really late call. That's an NBA call right there. He almost waited until he saw that the kid fell. Again,
Well,
that's the second time we've seen.
So it looks like as a unit, they're all into the lean, like they're trying to create that contact after the shot. Get themselves a little free throw insurance. So Case and Harrison at the free throw line. Harrison's first free throws today. First one is on its way. Hits the front iron, comes back. He is now 5 for 7 from the 5 for 7 from the free throw line. Yeah. No, 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Don't add 1 to both. Just add 1 to the miss. It's early in the season for everybody.
It is.
Next one on its way from the lefty is good. 10-2 is the count. The 15-minute mark. Lucas Monroe in the game now for Drexel. Garfield Turner takes the pass, hands it off to Yame Butler. Butler spins between 2 defenders, almost has it taken away from him. Lucky to still have the basketball. Gets it out to Jamie Bergens. Bergens tries to get in the paint, gets cut off. Lucas Monroe kicks it out to the corner. The shot is up and no good from Mate Okrus. Monroe with a rebound. The putback, that is good though. And that is what Lucas Monroe does.
I was just going to say the same thing, Rob. He just finds, he just knows how to play. It's a pretty good look for Okrus. The Dragons 0 for 4 from deep, but 3 of those are really good looks.
Talford
Nice
travels.
defense.
Garfield Turner defending him.
Yeah, Talford tried to do that spin move. Turner stayed with him, and when he kind of got in the way, he walked.
14:23 to go here in the first half.
Rough start so far for the Dragons, but only down 6.
Jamie Bergens will bring the ball up. And now we have another whistle. Looks like the clock did not start again. So Bergens and Monroe will walk back to the other end of the court.
I always said, you know, down south time goes a little slower than it does up north, right?
No, we got a 10:22 flight. We can't really be playing around with that. And they're looking to kick people off that flight.
Yeah,
I've
they
gotten
totally are.
I've gotten 2 emails asking me if I can change my plans.
Yeah.
Bergens into the offensive end.
How come they don't do that when we're in Charleston?
Yeah, why would they do that? Yame Butler driving baseline, gets it up somehow. He gets it between two defenders and scores it high off the glass. 10-6 is the score. Drexel trailing. Diallo takes the ball, spins, pushes it up with the right hand, and it's good. Euro Diallo, redshirted last year.
Another spin move.
Okrus to Yame Butler. Butler between the circles. Now he passes it out to the right wing. Garfield Turner straddling the arc. Pass to Okrus. Okrus to hand to Yame Butler. Yame sets his feet, shoots a three. It's no good. Picked up off the floor by Euro Diallo.
Another pretty good look, right? I mean, that's sign up for Butler taking that shot.
Harrison whips it out to Diallo. Now McMahon beyond the arc, 14 on the shot clock, driving down the right side of the lane, blocked, taken by Lucas Monroe.
Good help there by Garfield Turner.
Turner in the lane takes the pass, pushes it up with the right hand, and good.
Big man rewarded.
Do the work on the defensive end, hustle.
Okrus found him inside, and it's 12-8. I feel like the Dragons are settling down a little.
Kobe McGee at the table to check in for Drexel, the next stoppage of play.
Is that a clock issue? Sorry.
I think it's a whistle off the ball.
Garfield Turner.
Garfield Turner, yeah.
It's 2. So where are you going to see a Hargrove come in? Or
Well, Butler and Turner are going to go to the bench, and McGee and Williams will come in.
Garfield has a knack of getting called for tic-tac type fouls.
Yeah.
You know?
Zimmerman back in the game now.
Bergens blew up that handoff nicely.
Harrison
Oh, he got bailed
creating
out.
all kinds of contact and definitely gets bailed out by the official. We got free throws coming.
Bergens did a really nice job forcing Harrison to go the wrong way, and he's kind of fallen off balance and flicked it up with his right hand.
Yeah, and he did a really good job of sort of staying in front of him. And, you know, you got to give Harrison credit that he found a way to create some contact and make it look like it was initiated by the other team.
Some garbage free throws these guys have got early on. You know, garbage trips, that is what I'm saying.
Fortunately for Drexel, a miss by Harrison on that one there. Harrison now 1 for 3 at the line today. And prepares to shoot another one. Lefty fires it up, and that one is good. He goes 1 for 2 on the trip. Kelton Talford will check back in, and Harrison will go to the bench. Doucette, Talford, Claxton, Johnson, and Zimmerman are the 5 for Winthrop. Jamie Bergens, Lucas Monroe, Mate Okrus, Amari Williams, and Kobe McGee on the floor for Drexel. Bergens to McGee. McGee looking to get in the paint, can't. Gets it past the Bergens. Bergens driving, has it knocked out of his hands. Picked up by Lucas Monroe. He gets in front of the basket, shoots, misses. Timmerman with a rebound. Brought across half court by KJ Doucette. And now they're going to call a holding foul. That's going to be on Lucas Monroe.
I believe it is. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
All right, so the bonus.
Early. Dragons one of the least penalized teams in the country last year.
Well, last year, I mean, we had a lot of games last year. We got to 4 minutes, 3 minutes before we saw a team shooting the 1-and-1. But that's not the case today. As Kelton Talford, a 71% free throw shooter coming in. Ames, fires, makes the first, so he will get a second.
There's only one foul down the other end, too.
Well, we were advised earlier that it was probably going to be the next shot on its way and good. 2 for 2 on the trip. They were going to have Big South refs today, so we should not expect it to be, you know, the most even of calls today. Bergens.
Well, it's not. Winthrop plays. They do play very aggressive, so you would expect some fouls. And look at them.
Look right there. There's Zimmerman hacking. Bergens turns, fires, no. Tapped out by Monroe. Keep it alive. The Dragons. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Lucas tried to get in the lane, couldn't do it. Now he drops it off for Amari. Amari well off the left block. One dribble, backs in, kicks it out to Kobe McGee. He'll fire it up from 3, no. And Timmerman with another rebound.
It's funny, we both said on the radio, see? Clearly nobody at home could see that.
Yeah. Early in the season. We'll be on TV on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Today it's radio. Talford out on the left wing, gets all the way into the paint, gets both defenders up off their feet, then throws it up in the air.
Another call really late. See who they get that. I think it's going to be on Monroe again. But
If that's the case, fouls are piling up quickly for the Drexel Dragons.
no, it's not actually. That could not see his other hand, but he put it up. It might be 22. Let's see.
It just says team foul. We'll clean it up after the break. Oh, there we go. It's on Amari Williams, the foul. So with 11:07 remaining here in the first half, it's Winthrop 17, Drexel 8. Back in just a moment. This is Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
Be sure to visit Ed's Buffalo Wings and get 20% off after every Drexel home basketball game by showing your Dragon card. Located at 3513 Lancaster Avenue, we serve the freshest and most satisfying pizza in town. And make sure to try our Buffalo Wings with 12 unique sauces. We're open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Visit edswings.com for a full menu, daily specials, and catering options.
Steamfitters Local Union 420 is a proud 120-year-old labor organization. We have been providing southeastern Pennsylvania with the safest steamfitters, welders, and HVAC technicians. Our members provide services to chemical, nuclear, healthcare, life science, and pharmaceutical industries, in addition to commercial and residential HVAC. If you need the most highly skilled and trained piping professionals, contact Steamfitters Local Union 420. Please visit us at our website, lu420.com.
Drexel fans, are you looking for something imprinted or embroidered? If so, let Campus Clothes help you get the look. Whether your team is in the corporate office or on the athletic field, Campus Clothes can supply your team with all its needs. Choose from a wide variety of t-shirts, uniforms, fleeces, polo shirts, and jackets. Visit us on the web at campusclothes.com, KAMPUSKLOTHES.com, or give us a call at 215-357-0892, 215-357-0892.
At Independence Blue Cross, we know life presents many choices, so we give our members choices, like access to the region's strongest network of doctors and hospitals, flexibility, like in-person or virtual doctor visits, and a range of health plans for every budget. For 85 years, IBX has been the region's #1 choice for health insurance. Now's the time for you to choose the right coverage. Enroll at IBX.com by December 15th for coverage that begins on January 1st.
As we come back to Winthrop Coliseum, Kelton Talford at the line. Shooting, finishing off a three-point play. It's now Winthrop 18, Drexel 8. And Drexel in some foul trouble here. They have 18 fouls here in the first half. We still have more than 10 minutes to go. Justin Moore, knocked out of his hands, runs it down just before it goes back into the backcourt. Moore dribbling at the elbow, needs help. Turns, fade away, just short, and it is knocked out of bounds, fortunately for the Dragons, by the Winthrop Eagles, Nick Johnson. So the Dragons will have 20 seconds on the shot clock, new life. On the floor for Drexel, Amari Williams, Mate Okrus, Lamar Oden, Justin Moore, and Kobe McGee. They try to lob it into Amari Williams, and they can't connect. So it's a turnover for Drexel.
Not starting out the way we wanted. 3 turnovers. Dragons just 4 of 15 and 0 for 6 from deep. 10-point hole.
Haven't scored in the last 2+. Kaysen Harrison being very deliberate with the basketball now. Pass across to Nick Johnson, down in the corner for McMahon. Back up top, Johnson. Now they find Bissett in the lane. Bounce pass to Timmerman. Timmerman between 2 defenders, missed the shot, but gets his own rebound. 20-8. Moore to Okrus. Okrus shot fake. Now kicks it up to Moore. Moore to Odin. Odin will shoot a three from the top of the key. It's no good. Underneath, Okrus gets the rebound. The putback, it's good, and he is fouled.
Wow, you don't get the three, but you get the and one opportunity. Good rebound by Okrus inside.
And the foul is going to be against Nick Johnson. New Hampshire transfer.
Only the second team foul in the first 10 minutes. But boy, you look at that. Like, that's a good look from Lamar, right? I mean, that's where he shoots from. It went in and out. I mean, it's just not quite going in right now for some reason.
Okrus at the line. Shoot his first free throws of the season. And it's no good. And out of bounds off Lamar Odin. Sure, Coach Spiker would love the halftime to get here quickly. Get these guys in the room, get them all on the same page again.
Almost like they have a reboot and start this one over.
Exactly. Drexel pressuring in the front court. Winthrop gets it across. Now McMahon. Back over to Harrison. Now Nick Johnson comes up higher on the floor and takes the ball. Johnson the pass to McMahon. To Harrison. Back to Johnson. He'll shoot the three. It's no good. And Justin Moore fighting for the rebound. Finally comes away with it.
Little reach there by Telford to get away with.
Moore driving with the left, misses. Might have been blocked. And Winthrop comes away with it. Harrison in the offensive end. Gets it down to Telford. Telford being guarded by Odin.
Odin has 2 fouls. You got to be careful.
Telford really giving him the body, and now
he walks.
Travels.
Yep, good defense. He kind of hesitated because he had Lamar on him. Thought he was going to get the corner, but he saw Amari coming for the help, and Amari swatted that one out of bounds after.
He got the shot up, but it wasn't going to score. But he traveled beforehand. 9:09 remaining here in the first half. 20-10 is your score. Drexel trailing Winthrop here on the road.
Another open.
Lamar passes up the open shot, trying to dribble closer. He's triple teamed, kicks it out to Okrus, gets his feet, shoots, rattles around, comes out.
Another one in and out, right?
Winthrop gets the rebound. They bring it up. McMahon thought about shooting it now from the corner. The shot is up. An air ball is shot by Yordo Diallo. Nick Johnson, weak side, got the rebound, puts it up, blocked from behind by McGee. McGee going to push it up the floor. McGee shovels it off to Okrus. Okrus from 3, hits the back iron and comes out.
Another one.
Okrus gets it back again. He's going to drive closer. Triple team cut off. Williams from the free throw line passes out to Justin Moore. Now back to Amari. Going to run the offense. Amari puts it on the floor once, puts it in the air, misses the shot, but he is fouled.
That's going to be on Telford?
Yes.
It's just uncanny, Rob. Like, these shots, they all look really good when they leave the guy's hands. Just
won't go down.
Just aren't falling. Dragons now 0 for 9 from deep. So Amari goes to the line.
Amari Williams, 2 for 4 in the season at the free throw line. The Winthrop student section trying to distract Amari from behind. The first shot is up and good. Didn't look good coming out of his hand as it was spinning a little bit towards the left, like a little side spin on it. Hit the side of the rim and fell in, though. Moore, McGee, Okrus, Williams, and Odin on the floor for Drexel. McMahon, Johnson, Harrison, Timmerman. Looks like he's down on the other block there. Blocked out by Amari Williams, but his shot is up and good. He makes them both. And Keiju Doucette, the 5th person on the floor for Winthrop. 20-12 is the score. Drexel pressuring in the backcourt. They get it over to McMahon. McMahon back across to Harrison, who brings it to the offensive end. Ahead to Nick Johnson, who fumbles the pass. Passes back to Harrison. Now McMahon. Back to Harrison in the corner. Johnson. Shot fake. He's got Amari on him. Throws it up top. 10 on the shot clock. Doucette catches in the lane. Drops it off for Timmerman. Timmerman waits a second, then gets it up. Score it. 22-12.
Pretty good ball movement. They finally found the soft spot inside.
Moore whips it across to Okrus. Okrus had to go in the air to catch it. Now he drops it off for Amari. The right block, backs into the lane, turns, fires, no. Harrison with a rebound. Little lefty hook shot won't fall for him. Harrison around the screen. Got cut off. Now pass back to the top. They're set from three. Hard brick.
It didn't hit anything but backboard.
Moore brings it up the floor. Gets it to Okrus. Now in the corner, Kobe McGee. Gets it into Amari, who's wide open. They tried to cut off the passing lane. And now there'll be a timeout by Winthrop. Mark Prosser didn't like what he saw on that one there, so we'll have a timeout on the floor. 7:06 remaining here in the first half. It is Winthrop 22, Drexel 14. This is Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
At Independence Blue Cross, we take care of the people who take care of you. Everyday heroes like firefighters, teachers, farmers, and healthcare workers. Doctors and hospitals across the region have IBX, and they know what it means to have reliable access to care. So whether you're saving lives or just trying to live a healthier life, count on IBX, the region's #1 health insurer for 85 years. Learn more at IBX.com.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew, always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Academy Bus, the East Coast leader in bus transportation services, is proud to be the official ground transportation provider for Drexel Athletics. Like those who wear the blue and gold, we strive for excellence with every move we make. Our diversified fleet now features 30, 38, and 54 passenger buses ready to move your group. Our numerous operation centers now stretch from Boston all the way to Miami. Learn more about how we can help move your group at academybus.com.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW Local 98, is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the 23-24 Drexel men's basketball season. IBEW Local 98, powering your Dragons and Philadelphia. Rob Brooks, Mike Tubrosa here with you at the Winthrop Coliseum. And right now the Winthrop Eagles getting the better of the Dragons. It's 22-14. 7:06 remaining here in the first half. Dragons in some foul trouble. They have 8 team fouls here in the early going. Winthrop with just 3. Winthrop with the lead and the basketball. Kason Harrison brings it up. Passes over to McMahon. McMahon to the top, gets it to Harrison. Harrison just in front of our position, dribbling around the screen, and they're going to call a blocking foul.
What are they calling? I thought Amari might have got his hand on the way by.
Like he was trying to weave himself between 2 defenders.
Yeah, they're going to get that on Justin Moore.
It'll be the 9th on the Dragons here in the first half.
Just another kind of bailout, like really late whistles, and I'm not questioning the calls necessarily, but they're coming late. You see that in an NBA game?
Yeah.
All the time. We watched the game last night. The whistle comes. It seems like they wait till the ball
they
bounces
wait for
off
the
the
result of the play. First free throw is up and good by Harrison. All 3 of his points today coming at the free throw line. And as he made the first, he'll get a second. Harrison up on his toes, shoots. He makes them both this time. Now Timmerman will go off the floor, go off to the bench, and Halford will check in.
Timmerman 4 points and 4 boards in limited minutes.
Cole Hargrove in the game for Drexel. Yame Butler passes to Moore, and there's going to be a foul. I believe it's going to be on Doucette.
I think he looked up at the scoreboard. Was like, oh, 9-3 in fouls. We might need to get one here.
Might be time.
Because that didn't really affect a whole lot right there. Luke House back in the game for Odin.
Butler, McGee, House, Moore, and Hargrove. That's the 5 for Drexel right now. And this is another one of those. You have Moore and Butler in the game together.
I think we're going to see a lot more of that. I think they just have to learn how to play with each other.
And a turnover. KG Doucette pushing it up the floor, and he misses the shot. Great job of getting back on defense by Yame Butler.
And Kobe McGee kind of got in the way.
There'll be a block there. Moore to McGee. McGee to Hargrove. Now to the wing. Yame Butler from 3. It's good.
There we go. First 3 of the game for the Dragons.
Crossing the 6-minute mark, and the Dragons knock down their first 3. It's 24-17.
Feel a little better, though. The ball, at least the lid's off, right?
Dragons 1 for 10 from downtown so far. Harrison with the ball just in front of us. Pass up top to Doucette. Now to the far wing. McMahon. Harrison between the circles. 7 on the shot clock. Harrison goes right, stops. Now he goes left. Going to pull up in the middle of the lane. His shot is no good. Pulled up from the Big South logo in the middle of the lane. Yame Butler pushes it ahead. Moore driving the baseline, gets underneath. Reverse, it's no good. And McMahon gets the rebound.
You just got to finish that, right? It's a 5-point game. If you make that, you feel way better. Instead it's 7.
Harrison scoops it over to McMahon. McMahon in the corner for Doucette. And he drops it off. Talford, 1, 2, 3 fakes, gets the ball back after it's blocked back to him. Rebound off his hands, and they're going to say it was off Drexel.
Yeah, off Justin Moore's shoulder. Really good defense, but Hargrove got a block without jumping. He just had really good position. And that's a guy to look at down the line. Cole, if you haven't seen the Dragons yet this year compared to last year, he's put on about 25 or 30 pounds, and it's all muscle.
It's noticeable. He got big shoulders all of a sudden.
Yeah, he doesn't look like the same. He went from a high school kid to a college kid.
The inbound pass. Doucette passes over into the right corner. The drive from Johnson, stepping between 2 defenders. Euro steps it. Count it. Foul is going to be on Hargrove. It'll be the 10th on the Drexel Dragons. So a chance for a 3-point play here for Nick Johnson. Johnson, lefty, shoots, makes. (27-17) is the score. 4 minutes, 48 seconds remaining. Cole Hargrove beyond the arc. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. Now gets it over to Luke House. House to Lucas Monroe. Monroe being hassled. Now he drives the baseline. And finally, going to call a hack.
I think that's going to be on Doucette. That'll be number 2 on him.
Yes. Dragons still not in a shooting situation, though, as that's just 5 team fouls. Xavier McKelvey going to come in, and Doucette will go to the bench. McKelvey, 6'2", 180, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Lucas Monroe holding the ball over his head, gets it in the corner for Yame Butler. He fires up a 3. It's a little bit too much. Monroe on the weak side gets the rebound, kicks it back to Butler, who makes the reverse layup. Wow. 27-19.
Have you ever seen Yame Butler make a regular layup, not a reverse? Because it feels like
it
all
feels like those 90% of his shots are reverse layups, indeed. Nick Johnson goes left. Butler called for bodying him.
That's 2 on Yame. So 2 on Yame, Garfield, Turner, and Oden. Now there's 2 shots coming.
You might have to go to the bus and get your sneakers tubes. The rate the Dragons are being called for fouls.
Yeah, we don't want to see that.
Anybody with eligibility, man.
Be like a rematch of that one-on-one I had one time in Toledo.
Nick Johnson, free throw too strong, comes right back to him. Rumor has it that was not pretty, that one-on-one game that you played, and your opponent was fairly weak. Like they were expecting more from you.
Probably should have done the 3-mile run before that. Old man legs.
Probably a lot of things we shouldn't have done before that. The whole night before. Nick Johnson back up on his toes, shoots and makes it. 28-19 your score. And Jamie Bergen's in the game now. Bergens, Moore, Monroe, Hargrove, and House. Bergens to Hargrove, top of the key. Now House beyond the arc. into the corner for Lucas Monroe. Trying to drive the baseline, gets cut off at the lane, gets it back to Hargrove somehow. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Hargrove in the paint, turns, misses the shot as it kisses the rim twice, but Monroe there to clean it up once again.
Just has a knack of finding the ball.
He's got 4 points, 5 rebounds.
Still been 7. Dragons haven't been able to get any closer than 7 in quite some time.
Johnson dribbling around up top. Now gets to Timmerman. Timmerman throws it in the corner for Claxton. Claxton to Talford, and they're going to say there's a foul. So free throws coming. It'll be on Lucas Monroe.
Guess how many that is for him?
2?
2.
And that'll take us to the under 4 timeout. 3:19 remaining here in the first half. It is 28-21. Drexel trailing this one. We'll be back in a moment. Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
Here at Mountain Dew, we'd like to remind you, life doesn't always have to be so serious. You gotta know what's important and what's not important. Here's a checklist. Not forgetting your mom's birthday? Important. Knowing how to tie a tie? Not important. Standing up for your friends? Important. Keeping a diary? Not important. Rooting for your team even when they're down? Important. Always keeping some Mountain Dew in the fridge? Important. Sharing it with friends? Important. Trying all the different bold flavors of Mountain Dew? Important. Like Mountain Dew Spark? Important. Mountain Dew Major Melon? Important. Mountain Dew Code Red? Important. Mountain Dew Voltage? Important. Mountain Dew Livewire? Important. Doing it all in 20 minutes? Not important. Enjoying the fact that Mountain Dew lets you experience the awesome kick of dew in so many ways? Important. Okay, maybe not as important as knowing your mom's birthday, but important. That's our checklist. Memorize it, because there's gonna be a test. But passing that test? Not important. Really, it's not. Experience the boldest flavors on earth. Do the Dew.
Be sure to visit Ed's Buffalo Wings and get 20% off after every Drexel home basketball game by showing your Dragon card. Located at 3513 Lancaster Avenue, we serve the freshest and most satisfying pizza in town. And make sure to try our Buffalo Wings with 12 unique sauces. We're open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Visit edswings.com for a full menu, daily specials, and catering options.
Explore authentic taste of Greece right here in University City, only blocks away from campus at Greek from Greece, a proud partner of Drexel Athletics. 3:19 remaining here in the first half. Rob Brooks, Mike Tuberosa, and Drexel trailing by 7, 28-21. The story of the game is Drexel with 12 team fouls here in the first half. Winthrop was shooting. Before we got to the 10-minute mark, Winthrop was shooting the 1-and-1. Winthrop with just 5 team fouls so far.
Yeah, and look at the big difference in the game. The 9-point difference in free throws, and it's a 7-point game. Dragons just 2 for 3. Dragons aren't helping themselves, though, from deep. 1 of 11 from long range right now.
Yeah.
Started off 0-9, missed their last 2. So.
And Winthrop's 1 for 6. Only made 1.
Yeah, Dragons are doing a good job.
Winthrop not quite the 3-point shooting team that they have been in past years.
Dragons doing a good job on their perimeter players. They're just really driving to the basket and causing all sorts of havoc.
Talford at the line, misses the first of 2.
So this is the 17th free throw of the half coming up for the home team.
Might have to repaint the free throw stripe. All the traffic there. He makes the second shot. 29-21, 3:15 to go. Monroe drops it off for Moore. Moore blocked by Timmerman. So for Timmerman, that'll be foul number 1. The 6th-team foul on Winthrop. McGee, Moore, Williams, Bergens, and Monroe are the 5 for Drexel. Amari takes the inbounds pass between the circles. Zimmerman right on him. Now he hands it off to Moore. Moore goes left inside the arc, shoots. It's an air ball. Amari Williams saves it. And unfortunately, Winthrop recovers it. Harrison between his legs. Now he's got to pass it. Across to Claxton. Claxton quickly to Johnson. Johnson puts it on the floor once. Passes up top for Harrison. Harrison calls Talford over. Comes nearer. Claxton in the corner. Claxton there just for defense. Pass to Harrison. Harrison pulls up from 3. It is no good. Amari Williams all alone gets the rebound underneath.
Dragons hit a 3 here. It's a 5-point game. You know, and they haven't really done a whole lot so far, so if feel pretty good about it when you look at it that way.
The shot is up and good from Lucas Monroe.
Somehow Monroe got to the basket. And he went through a couple people and was able to score for his 6-point. And again, clock issue or something.
Well, no, there was a little bit of testiness. Nick Claxton and Jamie Bergens. I said Nick Claxton. It's Chase Claxton. Nick's playing for the Nets. That's his brother, by the way.
Now a 6-point game. The Dragons haven't been within 6 since, wow, a long time ago.
As we cross the 2-minute mark, Johnson, 11 seconds on the shot clock. Passes to Talford in the lane. Talford delays a second and goes up with the left hand. Score it.
Talford did a nice job there getting Amari up in the air. Amari didn't go for the first fake. Leads back to 8.
Moore driving it and gets bodied on his way in.
But not going to call that on shots, so they're going to be on the floor. That was going to be on Johnson, his second.
That'll be number 7, so at least Drexel will be shooting the 1-and-1 here. Minute 41 remaining in the first half.
This one wasn't a pretty first 20. Dragons kind of chipping away, hope to get down within 5 by the half. That would be, I'll take that.
Yeah, we have an extended halftime today because it's homecoming here. The number of former Winthrop players who've sort of been hanging out around the sides of the court, like they just let them walk wherever during the game, it seems. First shot from Justin Moore is up at the free throw line and good. Make the first so you get a second.
You're not sure who they are, but you know they're Winthrop basketball players because they're being greeted by everybody and big smiles on their face.
Justin Moore takes his place at the line once again. Moore shoots, misses. Amari gets a hand on it, controls it, puts it up, blocked from behind.
That would have been a nice
Zimmerman then
three-point.
comes away with it.
Would have been a nice 3-point play right there, but instead Winthrop with the ball up 7 and driving.
McGee defending, Doucette too strong, gets deuce, and Zach Spiker wants a timeout. Minute 25 remaining in the half. I think it's a 30-second timeout the coach is going to call here. 33-24 is the count, Tubes. What's he talking about?
Well, I think he's just, he's got his use it or lose it. And try to get a couple good possessions here. That was rough right there, though, because you missed the free throw. Amari did a great job getting the ball. Had 2 guys on him. Just wasn't able to go up strong enough.
Unfortunately, he was sort of behind the basket.
Yeah,
so he really had to jump backwards and try to get the ball up. And
2 people there. Usually Amari can get that up there, but it didn't go. That would have been nice, though. It would have really changed some momentum here. Instead, it's back to 9. Kind of been around this way the whole half. I feel like it's been like 8 to 10. Dragons got to get a couple good possessions here to end the half. Going on a positive note. I mean, they're right in this game. They haven't made any shots yet.
No. Dragons 10 for 31 from the floor and 1 of 11 from deep. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fence, 10 for 23 from the floor is Winthrop, 43.5%. They're just 1 of 7, but tail the tape, 12 of 17 from the free throw line. 17 free throws for Winthrop, 5 for the Dragons here in the first
12
half.
out of the 33 points from the line. That's a big percentage.
Moore brings it across. Pass to Yame Butler. Butler back into the game, running through the lane, gets it tapped away. Monroe gets the rebound. And he's going to go to the line to try to earn his 2 points.
It's smacked in the head, but another good rebound. That one's going to be on Timmerman. That's 2 on him. He's starting to add up the other way now.
Yeah.
It's the 8th team foul. Monroe with his 6th board of the game.
Lucas, the grad transfer from the University of Pennsylvania. First free throw from the lefty is up and good. Doucette going to check in, and Timmerman will go to the bench. And Oden will come in, and Butler will go out for Drexel.
Yame leads the team with 9 points. He's 4 of 8 shooting today.
Monroe's free throw is in the air and good. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
He's got 8 to first big game for him in the Dragon uniform.
Pass ahead. Dragons do a good job getting back. So they send it back to Harrison. Reset. Harrison being guarded by, they hand it off to Doucette. Back to Harrison, around a screen. Going to his right. Almost did the spin move, kicked it back to Doucette. Doucette to the block. To the top. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Harrison's got to get it in the air, and they do not get a shot off. He passes instead.
Good defensive stand by the Dragons there. That's big. You're at 7. Now you got to score right here, right? Got to get a score and a stop.
And that's also the kind of thing where coaches say, look at that right there. That's the type of effort I'm looking for.
Yep. And the Dragons, you notice since Ben 7, they haven't been able to get that stop. So that's big right there. Now got to capitalize. Interesting lineup here. Butler.
Monroe, McGee, Amari Williams, Moore. Monroe spinning, foul, got bailed out.
He did.
So Monroe going to go back to the free throw line here.
Still on 1-1. They're definitely going to call that on the floor.
Monroe, 3 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Lucas Monroe bends his knees, shoots, makes. Dragons down by 6 now. Monroe with a chance to make it 5. And he does. 33-28. 33 and 4/10 seconds to go. Dragons, full court pressure.
Make a stop here. You don't want to foul.
You get the ball into Harrison, and Harrison quickly calls timeout.
That's nice. That's actually a wasted timeout now. They already used their use it and lose it, so one less we'll have in the second half.
One less they have for the next half. So this will be a 30-second timeout. Drexel, once again, full court pressure, good intensity. Let's see if they can get a stop here, get another bucket in before we go to the half.
It's not lack of effort. Like, there's no doubt about that. It's been a really good effort the first half. The balls just haven't fallen in, and they have to come up with a few more stops.
And hopefully they can get that done. You know, they knew that this was not going to be an easy contest coming down here to Winthrop. There are enough coaches here who are familiar with the Big South and what Winthrop has been over the years.
Yeah.
They knew that this was not going to be easy.
No, and you look at their record last year, they weren't great last year, but they're in the third year of a new coach and clearly been building. They have a lot of upperclassmen here now, some transfers, and yeah, they're good almost every year. But again, that's okay, right? Bottom line is you got to win 3 tough games in March, and games like this help you win.
Win in March, absolutely.
You know, beating 3 non-Division Ones is not going to help you beat 3 CAA teams in March. So I'd much rather sign up for this.
They get the ball in. Its pass is too long, too strong, and the Dragons force a turnover. They get it to Amari. Amari just off the left block. Amari turns and get all a blocking foul.
I think Spiker wanted to hold for the last shot, and I don't think Amari saw it. Now, we'll take it, right? Because it's a foul on Telford.
Telford, that's number 3.
I think it's 2.
Is it 2?
Yeah, I think they switched one before.
Okay, they switched one before, okay.
But that's also 10 fouls, so Amari's got a pair.
So Amari 2 for 2 at the line today already. Staggered stance. Left foot in front of the right, and the lefty shoots. No good. Short, hit the front iron, and came straight down to the ground. Even coming out of his hand, you could tell it was a little off left.
Yep. 5-point game. Got to make these. Dragons weren't great at the line last game. On the road, got to make your free throws.
Amari, this one is good.
Now can you get that stop and going? If you go in a half down 4, wow, right after what we saw?
That's tremendous. Because for a moment it looked like Winthrop was going to step on the gas and never look back. Harrison to McMahon. McMahon will shoot it from anywhere inside of half court. McMahon dribbling, goes left, stays behind the arc. Gets to the free throw line, kicks to the corner. The shot is up from Doucette. Too strong. Talford can't control the rebound, and that is how the first half will end.
Really good ending to the half. Really good.
How about that? Like at one point, as I said just a moment ago, it looked like Winthrop was just going to take off with this one. And the Dragons fight their way back in. Finally, the free throws, the foul situation evens out a little bit. The Dragons make a couple trips to the line, and it's a 4-point game, 33-29. There's, as bad as you felt earlier, you got to feel like, okay, this is good. We can do this.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Spiker is going to dwell on that. Just a very good last 5 minutes. And really, the last media timeout on was just they closed, they cut the lead, they played good defense, got good rebounds.
Got a stop or two.
Absolutely, and we'll come out the second half. Winthrop will have the ball and be up 4, but it's anybody's game.
Absolutely. We'll take a timeout and be back in just a moment, go through the numbers. An extended halftime here at Winthrop, home of the Eagles. I'm Rob Brooks along with Mike Tubrosa. You're listening to Drexel Basketball from Learfield Sports.
At Independence Blue Cross, we take care of the people who take care of you. Everyday heroes like firefighters, teachers, farmers, and healthcare workers. Doctors and hospitals across the region have IBX, and they know what it means to have reliable access to care. So whether you're saving lives or just trying to live a healthier life, count on IBX, the region's #1 health insurer for 85 years. Learn more at ibx.com.
Steamfitters Local Union 420 is a proud 120-year-old labor organization. We have been providing southeastern Pennsylvania with the safest steamfitters, welders, and HVAC technicians. Our members provide services to chemical, nuclear, healthcare, life science, and pharmaceutical industries, in addition to commercial and residential HVAC. If you need the most highly skilled and trained piping professionals, contact Steamfitters Local Union 420. Please visit us at our website, lu420.com.
Be sure to visit Ed's Buffalo Wings and get 20% off after every Drexel home basketball game by showing your Dragon card. Located at 3513 Lancaster Avenue, we serve the freshest and most satisfying pizza in town. And make sure to try our Buffalo Wings with 12 unique sauces. We're open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Visit edswings.com for a full menu, daily specials, and catering options.
At Independence Blue Cross, we know life presents many choices, so we give our members choices, like access to the region's strongest network of doctors and hospitals, flexibility, like in-person or virtual doctor visits, and a range of health plans for every budget. For 85 years, IBX has been the region's #1 choice for health insurance. Now's the time for you to choose the right coverage. Enroll at ibx.com by December 15th for coverage that begins on January 1st.
Drexel fans, are you looking for something imprinted or embroidered? If so, let Campus Clothes help you get the look. Whether your team is in the corporate office or on the athletic field, Campus Clothes can supply your team with all its needs. Choose from a wide variety of t-shirts, uniforms, fleeces, polo shirts, and jackets. Visit us on the web at campusclothes.com, campusclothes.com, or give us a call at 215-357-0892, 215-357-0892.
We are back here at the Winthrop Coliseum. It is halftime, and right now, Winthrop with a 4-point advantage on Drexel, 33-29. It's homecoming here at Winthrop, so a little extended halftime, a 20-minute halftime, but that's awesome because, young man, we don't get to see a whole lot of. I call him a young man, but he graduated in 14. He a grown man.
Right, now
Chris Fouch.
What's going on, man?
How you
It's
doing,
great.
man?
I'm doing good, man. It's great seeing you guys. It's great being back watching Drexel play, man. I just get all them old feelings back, but most importantly, it's good to see you guys.
Yeah, you got to talk to the team beforehand.
Yes.
How was that experience?
It was really good. You know, they was real. They listened. You know, talking to France all the time. He told me it's a good group that listens to what he has to say, being that he went through this, and it was the same for me, even though I was just speaking to them for a brief moment.
Mm-hmm. You guys have some time now. You graduated 14. You're almost 10 out of school 10 years now. Well,
Hard to believe.
You are done playing basketball. You got 2 degrees at Drexel, right?
Right,
Because
yep.
you had the injuries, and so you were there a little bit longer. You were there 6 years. What do you remember most about that time, about your days at Drexel?
Oh man, just the tight knit, man. The family orientation we had. The relationships that I built there with the coaches, the people on the campus, and my teammates. So that's the thing that I cherish the most about Drexel.
You mentioned the family connection, and I was telling some of the guys earlier, like that group that you guys had, like your mom, DT's mom, Dame's mom, like they didn't just come to the home game support. They traveled.
Yeah, they traveled.
Like they went everywhere with us.
They was moving Sammy Gibbons'
Sammy
mother
Gibbons'
as well.
mom, oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had a great support system. You know, it wasn't just selfishly just for whoever their sons were. You know, it was a real family thing where they supported everybody on the team and wanted the best for us, and that's why they traveled almost all over the country with us.
I mean, they were in the Virgin Islands with us. Like they went everywhere. I just remember thinking like, how much is this costing them? Like,
Right.
this is amazing.
Right.
But the support though. When we went to Anaheim one year, Thanksgiving, a full group. Like it was tremendous. I hadn't seen that many parents that cohesive a unit.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man. Those parents, they was super parents. You know, they made it happen no matter what. You know, felt like they was at every game, like they didn't work or something, but they were always there.
Yeah, they showed up. So what are you doing these days?
So I'm running a lot of basketball camps now, and in a few months we're going to open up a training basketball gym in Charlotte.
Okay, so you're down here in the Charlotte area?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte.
This is your place?
Charlotte. I've been here for the last 4 years. It ain't quite like Philadelphia or New York, but I'm trying to bring that flavor down here as well.
The funny thing is we were trying to look across the court, and I'm like, wait, there's a guy in a Yankees cap. That's got to be Fauci.
Yep, of course. That's my staple these days.
The NY cap, it goes everywhere.
Absolutely.
There's no getting around that. So you were an amazing shooter. Like you got that ball up and out of your hands in a hurry. Like, what are you teaching this generation of shooters? Like, what are you imparting this generation of shooters? How did you get that release?
It's all about consistency and repetition. You know, you gotta work at it obviously, but you gotta really have a mindset to get in there and want to get better at it. You know, pay attention to what things you need to work on as far as mechanics and things of that nature. So, and I think I'm starting to do a good job. On the other side of it now. I still wish I was playing, but it feels good to be able to teach and get back to the youth.
Yeah, unfortunately, your knees were just not.
Yeah,
your knees were not about that life.
Yep.
And that's part of the growth process and learning. Like sometimes I was injury prone. I was a football guy. I was injury prone.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't until many years later when I finally understood. Like, oh, you were injury prone because you like to go out at night, and do some things. Like had you not done some of that stuff, you probably wouldn't have been as injury prone. But when you're in the middle of it, in that moment, there wasn't anybody who could be like, hey, dog, like could draw the relation. Like this is why this is happening to you.
Absolutely. I don't think it was more so with me just going out. I think it was a lot about luck, but I still was able to have a very, very successful career, and I'm blessed to be able to say that I was able to do great things on that
points,
court.
man. That's a lot of points.
Absolutely. I take pride in it as well.
And well, you should. I had a question that I was going to ask you. Oh, so one of the things that I've noticed doing college basketball this year is how many people guys understand after the fact, like, coaches are hollering at you, do this, you want to get to the next level, you got to do this. And how many guys wait until after they graduate to like, oh, this is what I should be doing. Like, when faced with the prospect of getting a real job, suddenly they're like, oh, I think I'm going to put in this work and go over to Europe now and play ball.
It's amazing how many people get it after they leave, college. And, when I say get it, just the things that coaches stress about, the importance of getting better or doing what you need to do to stay healthy and whatnot. And, once you hit that real world, it's like a awakening, So it's different when you go into corporate, obviously, but, after the fact, everybody gets hit with it. So and I think some realize it more quicker than others, but everybody eventually gets it like, oh, man, I should have did this when I was in college, and maybe I should have started applying it now.
Yeah, the one thing about, when you're pursuing that athletic dream, it's a short window, and you have the entire rest of your life to go. So, I mean, when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing, man, when I was about 6, 7 years old, and, basketball was my entire life. But like you said, doing the math on it is probably just a quarter of my life. So.
But at the time that it stopped, it was more than half your life.
Yeah, it was more than half of my life at the time. So it was kind of a shell shock once, I actually hung my sneakers up. But I always stayed around the game. So I honestly feel like I'm still out there in certain ways.
Yeah. You play any pickup ball? You do like some 3-on-3 stuff or whatever?
I was really, really active still up until COVID hit. But after that, once the gym closed, I really gave it up, and it's not the same getting treatment from Mike Westy all the time. So when you got to do it yourself, it's a little bit different.
You got to buy all them devices and
stuff.
Yeah,
I have them, but it's still not the same when you got to do that on your own.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Rub yourself down. And it's just, I like being able to walk, so I had to make a decision.
The Phillies had a guy, Chase Utley, and Chase had this knee condition that it took them a year and a half to sort of figure out, one, what it really was, and two, But when he finally got to the point where he understood what it was, he had to stretch for like an hour to an hour and a half every day just so that he could then go and work out and start to do his baseball drills. And there are a lot of dudes who aren't adding that hour and a half. Like, if you got to do that on your own every day, a lot of people aren't doing that.
Right.
But that's what made him great.
Right, and again, it's the dedication part. It's a lot that goes into it. Other than just getting on the court and performing. It's a lot. You have to get your body prepared. You got to warm yourself up, and it makes it 10 times harder if you got to deal with injuries every day. So.
You've been here watching the first half. What have been your observations from this first half of action?
I think offensively we have a lot of energy in the basketball. We're moving it around. We got off to a little bit slow start. We had a lid on the rim, but I think as the game went on, we got a little bit more comfortable, and we started putting the ball in the basketball, which is why we're down by 4 points. And as far as defense, I think we're solid, keeping them in front of us, but we just got to stay on our feet a little bit more and, just contest at the rim.
Is it weird to see some of the guys around you, like Francis on the coaching staff here, Bobby's over at Temple now? Is it weird to see some of the guys that you were in school with now becoming coaches?
It's weird. I tease Francis all the time. I said, you on the other side now, man. How does it feel? He say he loves it, man. He loves being back in the building, but it's definitely weird to see that, but, that's the beauty of it, to be able to go out there and play and now be on the coach's side and, maybe given that information that you might not have grasped when you was playing. So I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I enjoy, it's great to have him back, and I just, I giggle at this stuff. I always tell people, and they're like, dude, you've been doing this a long time. I'm like, yeah, but the kids keep you young. Because every year there's a group of freshmen, and there's always one in the group who believes, his own hype, and he thinks he's going to walk on the court and just dominate, and doesn't realize no, that step up in competition is huge. It's not a small step. Yeah. It's a big step.
It's a lot different than high school. So, the good ones, though, they be able to adjust, with due time, and it's just a beautiful process. It's a beautiful thing, going from high school to college, and then, if you're fortunate enough to go from college to professional. So it's just all a learning experience, and I would just advise to enjoy it while you can do it.
Enjoy it while you can do it. Very good advice. Well, Chris, thanks a lot for hanging out with us and chatting with us, and also for supporting the Dragons, man. Supporting your boys.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm going to be around a lot more. Any game in the North Carolina area I'll be in, and I'm going to get back to a few home games as well. So
awesome. It would be great to see you up there. Chris Fouch joining us. Class of 14. Well, what was your actual graduation year?
I'm supposed to graduate in 2012.
Yeah.
I'm finishing 14.
Okay, 14. Class of 14 with Chris Fouch. We'll take a time. I'll be back in just a moment. This is Drexel Basketball from Learfield Sports.
Academy Bus, the East Coast leader in bus transportation services, is proud to be the official ground transportation provider for Drexel Athletics. Like those who wear the blue and gold, we strive for excellence with every move we make. Our diversified fleet now features 30, 38, and 54 passenger buses ready to move your group. Our numerous operations centers now stretch from Boston all the way to Miami. Learn more about how we can help move your group at academybus.com.
Here at Mountain Dew, we'd like to remind you, life doesn't always have to be so serious. You gotta know what's important and what's not important. Here's a checklist. Not forgetting your mom's birthday? Important. Knowing how to tie a tie? Not important. Standing up for your friends? Important. Keeping a diary? Not important. Rooting for your team even when they're down? Important. Always keeping some Mountain Dew in the fridge? Important. Sharing it with friends? Important. Trying all the different bold flavors of Mountain Dew? Important. Like Mountain Dew Spark? Important. Mountain Dew Major Melon? Important. Mountain Dew Code Red? Important. Mountain Dew Voltage? Important. Mountain Dew Livewire? Important. Doing it all in 20 minutes? Not important. Enjoying the fact that Mountain Dew lets you experience the awesome kick of dew in so many ways? Important. Okay, maybe not as important as knowing your mom's birthday, but important. That's our checklist. Memorize it, because there's gonna be a test. But passing that test? Not important. Really, it's not. Experience the boldest flavors on Earth. Do the Dew.
At Independence Blue Cross, we take care of the people who take care of you. Everyday heroes like firefighters, teachers, farmers, and healthcare workers. Doctors and hospitals across the region have IBX, and they know what it means to have reliable access to care. So whether you're saving lives or just trying to live a healthier life, count on IBX, the region's #1 health insurer for 85 years. Learn more at IBX.com.
Steamfitters Local Union 420 is a proud 120-year-old labor organization. We have been providing southeastern Pennsylvania with the safest steamfitters, welders, and HVAC technicians. Our members provide services to chemical, nuclear, healthcare, life science, and pharmaceutical industries, in addition to commercial and residential HVAC. If you need the most highly skilled and trained piping professionals, contact Steamfitters Local Union 420. Please visit us at our website, lu420.com.
Welcome back. It's halftime here in Winthrop. 33-29, Winthrop leads Drexel. We still have about 4 minutes left till we start the second half, so here are some numbers from the first half. We'll start with the shooting. Drexel shot just 31% from the floor, 1 of 11 from deep, 8 of 11 at the line, which is 73%. Dragons were led in the first half by Lucas Monroe, who had 10 points. Lucas also had a team-high 6 rebounds. Next highest scorer is Yami Butler with 9. Everyone else 5 or less. Amari Williams 5, 2 from Garfield Turner and Mate Okrus, and 1 point at the free throw line from Justin Moore. On the other side for Winthrop, they shot 41.7% from the floor, just 1 of 8 from deep. Big difference in the game, 12 of 17 from the free throw line. That's 71%, but Winthrop was on the line early and often. Very balanced scoring attack. Talford led the way with 8. Doucette and Johnson each with 6. Harrison and Timmerman with 4. 3 points from McMahon and 2 from Diallo. Rebounding pretty much even in the first half. Dragons with a 1 rebound advantage. Both teams took care of the ball. 4 turnovers by the Dragons and 5 for Winthrop. So we're looking forward to a pretty good second half here, Rob. 33-29. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the start of the final 20 minutes.
At Independence Blue Cross, we know life presents many choices, so we give our members choices, like access to the region's strongest network of doctors and hospitals, flexibility, like in-person or virtual doctor visits, and a range of health plans for every budget. For 85 years, IBX has been the region's #1 choice for health insurance. Now's the time for you to choose the right coverage. Enroll at IBX.com by December 15th for coverage that begins on January 1st.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew, always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
Dragon fans, for Drexel student athletes to excel, it takes teamwork, dedication, and the generous support of our loyal alumni, parents, fans, and friends. Join the Dragon Club and impact the experience of our 450 student athletes by making a gift to Drexel Athletics today, or designating your support directly to one of our 18 varsity teams. We all have a role to play, so join the club and invest in the Dragon's success by making a gift online at drexeldragons.com/give. That's drexeldragons.com/give. Thank you and go Dragons!
Be sure to visit Ed's Buffalo Wings and get 20% off after every Drexel home basketball game by showing your Dragon card. Located at 3513 Lancaster Avenue, we serve the freshest and most satisfying pizza in town. And make sure to try our Buffalo Wings with 12 unique sauces. We're open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Visit edswings.com for a full menu, daily specials, and catering options.
Back here at the Winthrop Coliseum as we prepare to play the second half of the second meeting between these two teams. 33-29 is the halftime score. Winthrop in front of Drexel. Drexel won the previous meeting back in 11 at the Paradise Jam. It actually took place in St. Thomas. We've been to Paradise Jam twice since I've been here, once in the St. Thomas and once in Lynchburg, Virginia.
One in heaven and one in...
Yeah, see, it's funny, though. It's funny. The leading scorer in that first contest, which the Dragons won, assistant coach of the Drexel Dragons right now, Franz Massenet. When I looked at the box score, I'm like, wait a minute. Dame was on that team, and he wasn't the leading scorer?
Nope.
Not that day. Actually, Dame
Nope.
only had 6 that day.
Yep. Yeah, Franz had a good tournament down there. Remember, that was the game that lost us our NCAA bid because we lost to Norfolk State, who everybody's like, oh, bad loss, and they go to the tournament and win a game.
Yeah.
And actually, we're a really good team. They had a pro, Kylo Quinn.
Kylo Quinn.
Played for the Knicks for a while. I think did he
Played
make
for
a
the
stop in the Sixers for a step?
We interviewed him one day. We had him on the pregame show at Phillies radio.
Oh, really?
And I brought it up to him.
Did you?
I was like, hey, by the way, I saw you guys when you were down at the Paradise Jam.
Yeah, you ruined our season. Kylo Quinn. I always thought that was one of the guys I went to school with, and I was like, whoa, that doesn't look like Kylo Quinn. That guy's 6'9".
Exactly. So halftime is over.
Well, that's good. Let's start this thing anew and have a little better start.
Winthrop will have the ball to start the second half.
It looks as though they have the same starting lineup for the Dragons.
Oden,
They're the same
Monroe,
too.
McGee, Moore, and Williams are on the floor for Drexel. And that's not right, because that's Butler out on the floor. So forget about this thing here. Pass up top.
Yeah, it's the same starting 5.
Yeah. Doucette has knocked out of his hands by Lamar, and looks like they're going to call a foul on Lamar.
Such a cheapie. He was just kind of going for the ball. I think he did get the foul, but just not when you want, especially when you already have 2. So Oden's he picked up his first foul seconds into the game. And his second foul, third foul, seconds into the second half. They're going right at him
the
now.
basketball. Doucette trying to back his way in, spins baseline. Amari Williams does a great job getting in the passing lane, knocks it out of bounds, so they'll inbound it again. 11 seconds on the shot clock. We played 28 seconds here in the second half. They get in Doucette. Doucette quickly fires it up, and it's good from 3. For KJ Doucette, that is his 5th 3 of the year.
Yeah, it was wide open. Just that's a practice drill right there. Come off the screen, catch it, shoot it.
Oden up top, gets to Amari. Amari straddling the 3-point line. Now gets to Yame Butler. Butler back to Amari, hands it right back to Yame. Yame puts it on the floor, gets down to the block, pushes forward, score it. Good aggressive basket, good aggressive drive by Yame Butler. 36-31.
I like that, going right to the basket early. Don't wait on the jumpers to go down. You're in this game. Only try to keep it close, down 5.
In the corner, Claxton, 1 dribble. Passes up top to Nick Johnson, across to Harrison. Kaysen puts it on the floor. He's dribbling around the screen, gets into the paint to Doucette. Doucette thought about shooting the 3. Now he puts it on the floor. Falling towards the rim, he travels.
I think that's a good call. A lot of contact.
A lot of contact. Lamar Oden laid on the floor for an extra moment there.
Well, he got knocked over pretty good. Looked like he had pretty good position. Thought maybe it could have been a charge, but they called the travel ahead of time. Either way, Drexel ball down 5.
They say Doucette is 6'7", 230. Might be a couple pounds over that.
Yeah, strong kid. Not like heavier than that because, he ate too many pizzas.
No, he's
or
muscle.
Yeah.
There ain't too many college players anymore. Back in the day, you'd see some college players who were clearly spending too much time at the training table. You don't see that all that often anymore.
One from Syracuse, and I was there, from your area.
Moore kicks it out to the wing. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Harrison. Kaysen pushes ahead to Doucette. Doucette thought about jamming it, finger rolls it, misses the layup. Lamar Oden does a good job getting back on defense there and maybe change that shot.
Big break for the Dragons. Whoa.
Moore lobs it, kicks it out to the wing. The shot is up and good. Luke House for 3. He lobbed it down to Amari Williams. Amari had to go up in the air high to get it, couldn't shoot it, and passed it out to Luke House.
They're not saying boo, they're saying Luke.
Luke.
First 3 of the day. Dragons down 2.
Claxton to Talford. Talford underneath the basket, reverse, misses, and Luke House picks it up off the floor.
Dragons could tie.
Moore to House in the corner, wide open. He shoots the 3, in and out. And Doucette does a good job running it down and saving it before it goes out of bounds.
How many in and outs can we have today?
Well,
that's got to be 4 or 5.
Harrison to the block. Tosses up top for Doucette. They reset. Claxton. Now Harrison. Harrison dribbling between his legs. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Harrison down the right side of the lane into the corner for Claxton. Claxton to Doucette. 5 on the shot clock. Doucette going right to Claxton. He's got to shoot the 3. It's no good. It hits the side of the backboard.
Good defense. We heard some of the things, you know, one of the things that's really fun about going to the film sessions is we learn a ton. And one of the things we learned is you don't rush out on Claxton. He doesn't really want to take it.
He doesn't really want to shoot.
And he didn't look comfortable there. He knew he had to take it.
No, he is there for defensive purposes. He can guard 1 through 5, but mostly 3 through 5.
Dragons another chance to tie. Had a great look last time.
Garfield Turner into the game. Lamar from 3. It's good. And the Dragons getting some heat going here.
Dragons have the lead, Rob.
37-36.
First time today. Wow. Who would have thunk?
Harrison brings it up with Moore on his hip. Now Claxton, top of the circle. Luke House defending him down below the free throw line.
Some banging inside there.
Timmerman comes out to set a screen. They don't use it. And Moore does a good job, knocks the ball out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock, 16:22 on the game clock. And now Euro Diallo is going to check in, and Claxton will go to the bench. I guess offensively they don't think they can play 4 on 5 any longer. Diallo takes the ball to inbound it. 8 on the shot clock.
So it looks like they might isolate Harrison here.
Harrison goes right, steps back, takes a 3. It's good. Wow.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah. Moore was right there in his face the whole way. They get the lead back 39-37.
Oh, you do everything right defensively. He comes off the dribble and pulls up with a guy in his face.
Moore just in front of us, goes left towards the baseline, gets all the way to the rim and scores it. How about that?
Justin's first field goal today.
Great first step by Justin Moore, gets him to the baseline, and then he explodes upwards. McMahon with the ball now. Dragons double him for a moment. He passes over to Diallo. Now Harrison up top for Nick Johnson. Johnson going right down the lane. It's knocked out of his hands, and
they're going to call a foul on the other side. It's a ref right here.
The ref right there was going to call it Winthrop ball, instead go to the other side. Yame Butler picks up the foul, and we have a timeout on the floor. 15:36 remaining. Is 39 apiece. This is Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
Drexel fans, are you looking for something imprinted or embroidered? If so, let Campus Clothes help you get the look. Whether your team is in the corporate office or on the athletic field, Campus Clothes can supply your team with all its needs. Choose from a wide variety of t-shirts, uniforms, fleeces, polo shirts, and jackets. Visit us on the web at campusclothes.com, campusklothes.com, or give us a call at 215-357-0892, 215-357-0892.
Steamfitters Local Union 420 is a proud 120-year-old labor organization. We have been providing southeastern Pennsylvania with the safest steamfitters, welders, and HVAC technicians. Our members provide services to chemical, nuclear, healthcare, life science, and pharmaceutical industries, in addition to commercial and residential HVAC. If you need the most highly skilled and trained piping professionals, contact Steamfitters Local Union 420. Please visit us at our website, lu420.com.
At Independence Blue Cross, we know life presents many choices, so we give our members choices, like access to the region's strongest network of doctors and hospitals, flexibility, like in-person or virtual doctor visits, and a range of health plans for every budget. For 85 years, IBX has been the region's #1 choice for health insurance. Now's the time for you to choose the right coverage. Enroll at IBX.com by December 15th for coverage that begins on January 1st.
What's the game day lineup for your Dragons? Your friends, the game, and Shake Shack. Easy to order online or right here on campus. Shake Shack is a proud partner of Drexel Athletics. Rob Brooks, Mike Tuberosa. 15:36 remaining in the game. And as bad as the first half was, we're tied at 39. Dragons were down double digits at one point, but we are tied at 39. It'll be Winthrop basketball, 20 seconds on the shot clock.
No shots in that. I thought they would have called a shooting foul, but instead Winthrop gets the ball out of bounds.
Diallo. Now McMahon has the ball. McMahon on the right wing, driving the baseline. Garfield does a great job coming in, blocking it. Luke House on the floor saves it. They get it out to Lamar Odin.
Yeah, Garfield went straight up.
Moore dribbles through, gets it to Yame Butler in the corner. Butler with 3 fouls. He picked up the foul just before the break there. Luke House dribbling up top, gets it over to L.O. in front of Coach Spiker.
Diallo all over House, having a hard time.
Moore has the ball now. Between the circles, he's left alone. He shoots it. It's just short. Up in the air, high goes Garfield Turner, but he can't control it. And now it's being broken out by Harrison. Harrison ahead to McMahon. McMahon misses the layup, and Luke House gets the rebound.
And why don't we call the foul a little later after the Dragons already have the ball? Seriously, how many times are they going to do that today? I don't mean to sound like a homer here, but that Drexel was almost in transition by the time
they were about to start the break.
Jeez.
Luke House gets the foul. Monroe will check in, and House will go out. 14:50 to go here.
Spiker slammed his hands. I don't know if you could hear it on the padding on the other side, and luckily there weren't any refs.
Fortunately, your laptop wasn't there.
Yeah.
Where's Justin Jennings when you need him?
He would have loved that line. I'm actually going to text him tonight.
Bergen's in.
You should have heard what Brooks said today on the radio.
They get into Talford. Talford trying to body up Garfield. Wow. He really took it to Garfield and finally turns and makes the shot. But
it's amazing
initiating a ton of contact there.
It really is amazing how they let all that go, and it looks like, all right, we'll play physical. And then some of the fouls, like that one on House right there.
Jamie Bergens dribbling on the near side. Up top for Lucas Monroe. Monroe to Odin. Odin takes it to the right block, pushes it up with the right hand. Score it! And he is fouled.
So they're going to count the bucket. The Dragons have the game tied.
And the foul's on Doucette. So that's his third. Now Lamar Odin will go to the free throw line.
Is that foul number 1 this half, I believe? Yeah, it is. Odin goes to the line, like you said. Did Lamar go to the line in the LaSalle game?
No.
I think so.
Oh, I actually did. He's 0 for 2.
That's why I don't remember.
Yeah. First one is away, and that is good.
And only one.
So it's a 3-point play. One and only one.
McGee comes in for Odin. Dragons are going to pick up full. Whoa, he was straddling the line.
He was straddling the line. It could have been an over and back, but he was smart. He kept straddling the line. McMahon from deep. And creates contact.
These guys are awful.
They were flop up, but McMahon hurt his foot on that flop.
He should have hurt his foot because he tried to kick our guy.
And he's either doing one of the great acting jobs of all time or he's really hurt right now. He's limping around trying to walk it off.
Wow.
But yeah, 3 free throws coming.
I don't pull in LA when I'm doing radio games and with the umps and stuff and the refs.
For those who aren't with us all the time, in LA is a Larry Anderson. First free throw from McMahon is missed. Basketball gods don't like ugly.
But wow, some of the calls have just been like that one just bailed him out again. He's sticking his leg out.
McMahon makes the second, and he's going to come out of this game after the next free throw attempt. McMahon, in his high school year, was the Indianapolis City Player of the Year. Spent a year at Western Carolina before coming here to Winthrop. The third free throw is up and good. And McMahon will go off the floor, and Timmerman will come on. So 43-42, Winthrop in front, 14-10 to go. Jamie Bergens will bring the ball up for Drexel. Bergens to McGee on the floor along with Butler, Monroe, and Turner. Bergens holding just in front of us. Dribbles between the circles. Passes to McGee on the far side. Back to Bergens between the circles. He goes left to Monroe. Monroe tried to get the baseline. Got cut off. Back up top for Bergens. 8 on the shot clock. Bergens from the elbow. No good. And they're going to call a foul on Garfield Turner on the rebound.
That's 3 on Garfield. And Dragons going a little cold here. Down 1.
That's 5 team fouls for Drexel. Winthrop started walking down the floor. They were so used to shooting free throws that they thought they were just going to go back down the other end and start shooting again. Dragons pressuring the inbounds.
Dragons got a couple empty possessions. Winthrop has a chance to extend this 1-point lead.
Harrison right near the half-court line, going between his legs. Pass it down in the corner. Claxton right back up top. Harrison goes right down the middle of the lane, gets it up in the air, score it. And he got bodied in the air. Let's see who they call the foul against.
I think they get Bergens because it seemed like, I'm trying to hear who they call that on. He leaned in and
Monroe.
He initiated the contact, but Monroe must have reached on the other side.
Yame goes out and Mate Okrus comes in, scores 45-42. There we go. They finally got that right. Harrison shoots the free throw. That's good as well for 46-42.
4-point game. Dragons got to get back offensively like they were ticking early in the first couple minutes of this half, getting some open looks from three. Winthrop's defense tightened a little.
Bergens takes the pass, dribbles through, pass out to Okrus. Okrus shot fake, drops it back off for Bergens. Bergens up top for Okrus. Now in the corner, Monroe has it. He lobs it down to Garfield Turner. Turner near block. In the lane, right-hand hook is good.
Nice post move
for
the big guy.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind seeing some more of that.
I think he's got a good matchup right now. He's a little more athletic than
Timmerman.
Yeah.
Timmerman, while clearly a bigger body, doesn't get up off the floor as well. Nick Johnson with the ball now. We haven't called his name in a while. He goes right, past the elbow, in the air, hanging. Ball hangs on the rim, and then it falls down. 48-44. Winthrop in front. Turner on the right side with Zimmerman in front of him, and they wave off the shot. Is Turner tripped?
Yeah, Turner kind of fell over Timmerman.
Timmerman was on the floor.
Yeah, Timmerman tripped him, and I shouldn't say that. It makes it sound like he did it intentionally. He didn't. They just kind of wrapped legs.
Got legs wrapped up.
Yeah.
And Timmerman rolled over. They're sending both teams to the benches. They're going to take a look at that last contact to make sure there wasn't anything untoward there. Officials almost acting like they're frustrated by the amount of contact and the amount of chirping going on there.
Can we tell them we're kind of frustrated with some of the calls they're making?
I don't know if I've ever heard an official scream benches like that before.
Yeah. Yeah, so 4-point game. Dragons right in this thing, but you got to be careful right here. You don't want to get it extended. You want to score most of your possessions, obviously, and come up with some good plays in the defensive end. It seems like the last few possessions, actually 3 straight.
Winthrop was cashed in.
Yeah, they've come down and just scored.
Dragons visiting Winthrop for the first time. Nothing untoward in the play, so we'll resume.
No. I wanted to come over to campus today. I've never been here before, but
it's an interesting campus. I mean, it was started as a teacher's college in Columbia, and the original building in which they had classes back in the early 1800s, they actually picked that building up, disassembled it, and brought it to campus here when they established the Rock Hill campus, and it's a building on campus still to this day.
Really?
It was an all-women's teachers college. They didn't admit men full-time. It didn't become a co-ed facility until 1974.
That's good information right there. No, I wanted to come over, but shoot-around was pretty early. Today. I was like, you know what?
And it was raining.
Yeah, it was cold. My room was cold last night. So
Lucas Monroe takes the inbounds pass, pushes towards the lane, and now they're going to call an offensive foul on Lucas Monroe.
And again, he calls it from in front of Spiker, which is on the opposite side of the court.
There's
court. 2 other guys here. They got nothing to do. They didn't see that?
It was right in front of the one official in front of us.
So that's 4 on Monroe. And again, it was late, right? It was guy kind of, when you take a charge, you kind of do a little acting, and he went down. And it's just frustrating from some of the spots that some of these calls have been being made.
Yeah, it's the offside official who's making the call.
Yeah.
Johnson brings it across half court, past to Harrison. We passed the 12-minute mark. Winthrop with a 4-point lead, 48-44 over the Drexel Dragons. Drexel actually took a lead at one point here in the second half after trailing the entire first half. Talford takes the ball on the block and travels. And that'll take us to the under 12 timeout. So Drexel trailing by 4 here with 11:47 remaining in the game. We'll take a timeout. It's Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
At Independence Blue Cross, we take care of the people who take care of you. Everyday heroes like firefighters, teachers, farmers, and healthcare workers. Doctors and hospitals across the region have IBX, and they know what it means to have reliable access to care. So whether you're saving lives or just trying to live a healthier life, count on IBX, the region's #1 health insurer for 85 years. Learn more at IBX.com.
Drexel fans, are you looking for something imprinted or embroidered? If so, let Campus Clothes help you get the look. Whether your team is in the corporate office or on the athletic field, Campus Clothes can supply your team with all its needs. Choose from a wide variety of t-shirts, uniforms, fleeces, polo shirts, and jackets. Visit us on the web at campusclothes.com, KAMPUSKLOTHES.com, or give us a call at 215-357-0892, 215-357-0892.
Academy Bus, the East Coast leader in bus transportation services, is proud to be the official ground transportation provider for Drexel Athletics. Like those who wear the blue and gold, we strive for excellence with every move we make. Our diversified fleet now features 30, 38, and 54 passenger buses ready to move your group. Our numerous operation centers now stretch from Boston all the way to Miami. Learn more about how we can help move your group at academybus.com.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW Local 98, is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the 23-24 Drexel men's basketball season. IBEW 98, powering your Dragons and Philadelphia. Here at Winthrop on homecoming, it's Drexel and Winthrop, 48-44 is the count. Winthrop in front by 4. They led the entirety of the first half. Drexel seemingly couldn't get a shot to fall. Drexel came out a little bit better in the second half, actually took the lead, but Winthrop reclaimed it. Where we find ourselves with 11:47 to go.
You also find Lamar Odin just randomly walking in between.
Like somebody forgot to tell the dance team like they didn't hear the buzzer, I guess.
Like the Dragons are going out there. I got Okrus is on one side of them. I just hope they didn't get kicked or something here.
Okrus, Williams, McGee, Moore, and Odin are the 5 on the floor for Drexel right now.
Need some offense. Offense it hasn't been bad. It just hasn't really get going with the fouls. Dragons shooting 60% this half.
Moore just in front of us. Bounce pass. Great pass to Amari Williams. Like he threaded the needle with a bounce pass.
And that's not an easy pass for a big man to catch either. But the way that he threw it, it bounced up to his waist, so it was easy for Amari to just take it and dunk it.
Harrison to Johnson, beats the pressure. Harrison dribbling, looking it over. Pass to McMahon. McMahon went out with a little limp earlier. They pass it back and forth across the top. McMahon now puts it on the floor, gets into the paint, loses the handle on it. He's down on the floor, and
jump ball going to be Drexel ball.
There you go. There's only 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
So that saves some stats for him, not a turnover. Now the 2 snipers coming in right now, Luke House and Yame Butler. One of these two really needs to kind of kick the offense in gear from outside.
McGee and Okrus go out. Yeah. Drexel's made 5 of their last 7 from the floor. And while Winthrop has made their last 3, but the Dragons, a good defensive stop there. Yep. Now let's see if they can get a little bit closer.
Yame just 1 of 5 from deep, but he's such a threat. As his House is 1 for 3 from deep.
Moore dribbling to the top of the key. Now he backs out beyond the arc to House in front of us. Back to Moore. 10 on the shot clock. Moore turns the corner. Picks it up just before it falls out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock. Moore in the lane. Gets it rejected.
Too much dribbling.
And a shot clock violation.
Good defensive stand by the home team right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shane Blakeney spent last year redshirting. At some point, he's going to join the action. This is his hometown.
Yeah.
He's been unable to participate yet.
We've been practicing, I believe, a little.
Yeah. They
But-
think he's close, but not yet. Drexel go to a zone here? Yeah.
Yep.
They did Doucette. Doucette passed to Talford. Talford dunks it home. 50-46. Moore pushes it up quickly. It's to Amari. Amari's got a size advantage there. Doesn't take advantage of it. Yame from downtown splashes it home. The 1-point game now, 50-49.
Good find by the big man, Amari. One of the better big man passers you'll see, found wide open Butler.
Oh. He had McMahon guarding him for the moment. Like, he's got 9 inches on McMahon, 10 inches on McMahon. Harrison puts it on the floor, almost lost it, takes it all the way to the rim and scores it. He had Moore on his hip.
He went right by Moore. Took Justin all the way to the rim.
52-49. Yame to House. House now to Moore. Justin. To Amari. Amari gets down in the corner. Lamar tried to take it to the rim, got cut off, still dribbling, trying to find a way in. Lamar turns baseline off the glass. No good. Put back by Amari Williams.
Good seal by Amari. He had his guy on his hip, and easy putback for Amari.
52-51 your score. Winthrop in front. Harrison walks it up the floor. Bounce pass down to the block. Talford in. Amari gets it around Amari Williams.
Well, Talford he backed him in and he bumped him hard, give himself some space.
Got him underneath the basket. Yame driving, misses, but he's fouled.
Oh, boy, we've seen that the other way a number of times. He definitely called that late.
The foul's going to be on Harrison, I believe.
I thought it might be Doucette.
Doucette. Well,
let's see.
But Harrison's not even in the game right now. Well, no, here he is right there.
Yeah, they called it on Harrison. Yeah, it was just hopeful it was Doucette. Just the third foul this half. Butler heading to the line, leading the Dragons in scoring today with 14.
Yame, 6 of 11 from the floor. His first free throw in the air, hits the front rim and comes back.
He's missed 3 in the first 2 games, and last year he was automatic.
Money. Talford out and Timmerman in for Winthrop. Yame, staggered stand, shoots, makes. .54-52. Harrison streaking up the far sideline. Skip pass to the corner for Johnson. Shoots a 3, in and out, but the rebound put back by Doucette. Wave it off.
They're going to wave it off. They're going to say Doucette went over the back. Wow, it's
huge.
That's a momentum swing. All of a sudden, it should be a 4-point game if he makes that. Instead, Doucette with number 4.
And Doucette will go to the bench. And Claxton will come back in. So offensively, Winthrop going to play 4-on-5 for a little bit.
I couldn't really see that play there, but you saw he got wide open for the layup, so I'm assuming he must have used his off arm to make some space. The Dragons trying to tie it up again.
Moore between the circles, holding, gets to Amari off the near elbow. Amari puts it on the floor, driving, dunking hard with the left hand. Oh my!
Yikes.
What an aggressive move by Amari.
Almost like, who was that?
And Justin's going to pick up the foul as he tried to steal the inbounds pass.
Wow, Amari, he looked like a whole different person right there. And we're going to the line, because that's foul number 8. 1-on-1.
So we're shooting 1-and-1. It'll be Harrison at the line shooting 1-and-1. Harrison today's got 8 points, 3 of 7 from the floor, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He's an 80% free throw shooter coming in.
Justin trying to do a good thing there, but now you're giving away points with that foul, unless he misses this.
Lefty's free throw is up and good. Makes the first, so he gets the second. 3. .808 remaining here in the game. Harrison again puts it up and kisses a lot of rim this time, but eventually falls down. 56-54. Winthrop by 2. House to Oden between the circles. Oden to Amari. Amari straddling the 3-point arc. Now Yame. Yame puts it on the floor. Kicks it to the wing for Bergens. Bergens trying to make his way in on the baseline. Now dribbles higher, gets to the house. House going to fire up a three. Hits the front of the rim, no good. Oden saves it. No, goes out of bounds. Great hustle by Lamar Oden, though. That's going to take us to the under 8 timeout. 7:45 remaining in the game. 2-point game right now. Winthrop 56, Drexel 54. This is Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
Be sure to visit Ed's Buffalo Wings and get 20% off after every Drexel home basketball game by showing your Dragon card. Located at 3513 Lancaster Avenue, we serve the freshest and most satisfying pizza in town. And make sure to try our Buffalo Wings with 12 unique sauces. We're open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Visit edswings.com for a full menu, daily specials, and catering options.
Steamfitters Local Union 420 is a proud 120-year-old labor organization. We have been providing southeastern Pennsylvania with the safest steamfitters, welders, and HVAC technicians. Our members provide services to chemical, nuclear, healthcare, life science, and pharmaceutical industries, in addition to commercial and residential HVAC. If you need the most highly skilled and trained piping professionals, contact Steamfitters Local Union 420. Please visit us at our website, lu420.com.
At Independence Blue Cross, we know life presents many choices, so we give our members choices, like access to the region's strongest network of doctors and hospitals, flexibility, like in-person or virtual doctor visits, and a range of health plans for every budget. For 85 years, IBX has been the region's #1 choice for health insurance. Now's the time for you to choose the right coverage. Enroll at IBX.com by December 15th for coverage that begins on January 1st.
Independence Blue Cross, the region's strongest network of doctors and hospitals, means you can choose where, when, and how you get the care you need. Learn more at IBX.com. Rob Brooks, Mike Tuberosa here with you courtside at the Winthrop Coliseum. This is a hot one right here. Tightly contested here in the second half. 56-54 is the score. Winthrop by 2.
This is a fun one. It wasn't real fun early, but it's gotten a whole lot better.
We had a conversation about some one-off. As we were leaving pregame meal, we talked about some one-off games earlier. They did not go the Drexel way, and this was shaping up like one of those games for a moment.
Yeah, the Dragons rebounded nicely from that. Now it's been kind of back and forth the whole second half. Drexel had a lead for, I think, a possession on a 3. They've been right there. It just can't seem to shake the Eagles.
Talford gets it into Johnson. Dragons pressuring the inbounds pass. Oden, Butler, Turner, House, and Bergens are the 5 on the floor for Drexel. Harrison dribbling still. Harrison drops it off for Timmerman. Timmerman well beyond his shooting range. Dribbles left. Now pass back up for Harrison. 7 on the shot clock. Harrison close to the half court. Now he puts it on the floor, gets to the arc, gets in the paint. Pushes it up with the right hand. Wow, going across to the right. He throws it up over his shoulder, kisses it off the glass. Count the bucket. And then a foul will go against Amari. That's not, they said
that's
2-3.
Yame, might be done.
Well, Yame, yeah. And Lucas Monroe's going to check in. And Yame Butler.
That's 5.
Is done for the day. Well, no, here on the
thing, 4?
they're saying 4, yeah.
Okay.
They're saying 4 here.
I thought they had 5 on him. I was kind of sad.
House checks out. Monroe comes in.
Big possession right there, though.
Harrison for the 3-point play. Count it.
Just like that, the lead extends. It's now 5 with 7:15 to go.
They've made 7 of their last 8 field goals. Yame Butler to Garfield Turner. Now Jamie Bergens. Bergens to Yame. Yame fakes the pass. 1 dribble. Gets to Oden. Oden to Monroe. They lob it to Turner. He's well off the block now. Backing his way in against Timmerman. Turns. Right-hand hook shot. Off the back iron. No. Rebounded by Talford.
I thought that may have been a travel. Looked like he fell and
slid a little bit. Yeah, he got the ball out to Harrison. Harrison driving through. Gets to Claxton. Claxton up for Nick Johnson. Johnson for 3. No good. That would have hurt. And now there's going to be a foul call on the floor. Let's see who it's against.
I think it's
Lamar Oden.
Yes, it is.
And
So Odin, Monroe, Butler all have 4 fouls right now.
6:33 remaining in the contest still.
And 2 shots. So all of a sudden the lead's starting to, Dragons got to keep this, going to have to score almost every possession now. Down 5 with 6.5. 2 shots coming.
Claxton at the line. Chase makes the first.
His first point of the day.
He was 2 of 3 at the free throw line coming in. Now this is the 112th game that he's played here at Winthrop.
It's a lot of games.
Yeah.
Well, they have had some postseason success, so.
Claxton's next free throw is up and
If you're
good.
getting to the NCAA tournament, that means you're getting 4 extra games in. So 61-54, danger time, got to score.
Monroe to Odin and Yame Butler. Moore has it just in front of us. Now he's between the circles. Pass it back to Odin. Odin going to fire up a 3. Good. Needed.
Yeah.
61-57. Harrison walking it up the floor. And that's not really Winthrop's style. Winthrop usually likes to push the ball. Harrison, jump stop in the lane, gets it back to Talford. Talford behind the arc. Now he puts it on the floor, gets it tangled between his legs, drops it off for Claxton. Claxton to Harrison. 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Can't foul.
The drive by Johnson missed, and Amari Williams gets the rebound. Moore pushes it across half court to Monroe in the corner. Odin going to fire up another 3. That one's off. Amari catches it on the other side of the rim. Now Amari gets held by Claxton. That's got to be an intentional. Like, he grabbed him.
That's exactly what Coach Spiker's saying.
Like
he's going to
Amari
ask to go to
said
the
it. Like, if they go look at that, and they are, so they're sending both teams to the benches.
Yeah. Dragons were fortunate on that last possession. The shot clock got down low, but there was an isolation. It was on Yame, and Yame's not the top defender on the team, and he also has 4 fouls. So he couldn't really do a whole lot.
The Olayed him.
And luckily, he just missed the layup, and Amari was able to grab it. And
yeah, Harrison was a little out of control. Now, I thought
They're
they were
not
going to look at
reviewing-
it, but they're talking about it. Like, why talk about it when there's video?
yeah,
Like,
if you're allowed to review it,
review
it.
And now it looks
Hey,
like
look,
they're going to.
I think it must have hurt us. It's funny, though, because Amari, if you know Amari has great facial expressions. And he got grabbed, and he was just, the eyes popped out like,
eyes
look,
popped out. I was like, are you
I
kidding
can't grab
me?
the ball. They have my arms.
Like, it was clearly a, are you kidding me look on his face. Like, how much are we going to let them do to me before we stop this? 5:31 remaining here in the game, 61-57. We're in Rock Hill, South Carolina. You're not familiar with Rock Hill. It's in the greater Charlotte metropolitan area. They consider it to be the 3rd largest of the bedroom communities around Charlotte. It's the 5th largest city in the state of South Carolina.
No, I don't know what they're talking about. He's going to tell the coach. I think they're just going to say it's a foul. And Spiker won't be real happy with that. If that's Spiker's out on the court right now.
Amari Williams is talking to the one official.
Spiker looks like he's running a camp out here. He's literally in the lane.
He's
Like,
in the
get
lane.
out.
He's got his whiteboard with him.
Now, they had a call foul on somebody there, right?
Claxton. Number
okay.
1. So Amari will inbound it. Gets it into Lamar Odin. Up to Moore. Moore bounce pass in the lane for Amari, and Amari is hacked by everybody. Timmerman and Claxton collapse on him.
He got hit hard. That pass, that's one thing that Justin Moore's really good at, is finding little pathways that he can find it. And he found Amari. Amari thought he was going to have a dunk, but Timmerman and
Claxton
made sure that wasn't foul. They both they whacked him real good.
That's 4 on Timmerman.
No, Amari's going to have to really make some free throws right here.
The only way this thing works. Amari's first one in the air and rolls around and comes out.
Needs this one to get it to a 1-possession game.
Yame Butler goes out. Kobe McGee comes in.
Dragons kind of another struggle at the line tonight.
Doucette back in the game for the Eagles. He's got 4 personals. Amari shoots, makes. 61-58. Moore steals the inbounds pass, gets it to Monroe. Monroe drops it off to LO. LO, the bucket. It's a 1-point game. The hustle by, and now there's a whistle. Timeout is called. Mark Prosser wants to talk about it. And that's the first timeout called this half, so we will have a full media timeout. Drexel on a 6-0 run over the last minute. We'll step aside, be back in just a moment. This is Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
Dragon fans, for Drexel student athletes to excel, it takes teamwork, dedication, and the generous support of our loyal alumni, parents, fans, and friends. Join the Dragon Club and impact the experience of our 450 student athletes by making a gift to Drexel Athletics today or designating your support directly to one of our 18 varsity teams. We all have a role to play, so join the club and invest in the Dragon's success by making a gift online at drexeldragons.com/give. That's drexeldragons.com/give. Thank you and go Dragons!
At Independence Blue Cross, we take care of the people who take care of you. Everyday heroes like firefighters, teachers, farmers, and healthcare workers. Doctors and hospitals across the region have IBX, and they know what it means to have reliable access to care. So whether you're saving lives or just trying to live a healthier life, count on IBX, the region's #1 health insurer for 85 years. Learn more at IBX.com.
Steamfitters Local Union 420 is a proud 120-year-old labor organization. We have been providing southeastern Pennsylvania with the safest steamfitters, welders, and HVAC technicians. Our members provide services to chemical, nuclear, healthcare, life science, and pharmaceutical industries, in addition to commercial and residential HVAC. If you need the most highly skilled and trained piping professionals, contact Steamfitters Local Union 420. Please visit us at our website, lu420.com.
There's 5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in this game. It is a 1-point game. Winthrop 61 and Drexel 60. Winthrop taking a timeout here as Drexel's on a 6-0 run over the last minute. And Tubes, this Dragon team has an incredible amount of fight in them.
Yeah, we've seen that last couple years now. They always seem to hang around in games just when you think they're out, they're in. Right now, still down 1, but that was a big play by Justin Moore to really make it a 4-point play. For Dragons scored on back-to-back possessions to get right back in this thing. Not that they were out of it, but make it like a really close. And now it's going to be a nail-biter, I think, the rest of the way. Dragons do have a lot of foul trouble, though. 4 fouls on Butler, Monroe, 3 on Turner, and Oden.
Monroe, Oden, McGee, Moore, and Williams are the 5 on the floor for Drexel. Johnson gets it into Harrison. Doucette on the floor with 4 fouls. Talford out there, and McMahon for the Winthrop Eagles. They're 1-1 on the season. Harrison going left. Moore on his hip. He takes it all the way underneath. Gets it to the corner for Johnson. Johnson drives it. Amari changes his shot, and there's going to be a late foul call.
Jeez, this guy. Seriously, if anything, it looked like it could have been almost like warding him off with the right arm, but my God, I can't. It's just really frustrating. Like, it's a really good defensive stand.
If you bring up his name one more time, you're going to have to go to church tomorrow.
Probably should anyway.
61-60 is your score. Johnson at the line. Nick Johnson, 8 points tonight, 2 of 4 at the free throw line. The lefty's first free throw is good. Hits the front, the back, and then falls through.
I think the thing I'm getting frustrated, you just watch it, right? Amari did a good job staying in his lane, went up strong, didn't lean into him, did all the things from this angle. No, of course, we're not right under the basket, but
Johnson takes the ball again. He's ready to shoot, releases and splashes it home.
That's a big difference, too. They're up 3 now. Dragons would have the ball there down 1 with some momentum.
Yeah, it breaks the run. Moore puts it on the floor, gets to the free throw line, pulls up, gets it to Amari. Amari backs in strong, turns, hooks, off the back iron, no good. Talford gets the rebound.
Got to make that.
That's bunny range.
That's a 5-footer right there.
Harrison, very deliberate, bringing it up. Kaysen. Bounce pass to Claxton. Claxton hits the bottom of the rim, and they're going to call a foul on
That's
Yame.
on Yame,
And that will be the end of the game for Yame Butler.
So the Dragons' most explosive offensive players out of the game with 4:25 to go.
How about that? So Mark Prosser calls his team over. Take advantage of the mini timeout while the Dragons change personnel here. Yeah, 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the game. That's a lot of, oh, now they put up 20 seconds on the clock. Teams have always used this as sort of a mini timeout.
Yeah, the fake timeout.
The fake timeout. When they take it off. So Oden, Moore, House, Williams, and McGee come out of the huddle.
Yeah, Yame's day ends with 15 points. He was 6 of 11 shooting. Leading scorer on the night, but his night's done. And Claxton goes to the line for 2.
Claxton's first free throw is good. Didn't look like it wanted to fall, but it does.
Just like that, up to 4 points again.
Now that's 2 possessions. Claxton's next free throw. This one misses. Amari Williams gets the rebound. Moore brings it up. Moore trying to take it all the way to the rim. Left hands it in. Yes.
That didn't take long for him to get down court, did it?
No. He was gauging the Winthrop defense as he was going down the court. He was measuring them, saw that they weren't really in a mood to cut him off. So he accelerated. Harrison to Talford. Talford off the left block. Backs his way in. Hook is up and good. And they're going to call Amari Williams for the foul. For Amari, that's number 3. And with 3:57 to go before the free throw comes, we have a timeout on the floor. 66-62 is the score. Winthrop in front of your Drexel Dragons. We'll take a timeout and be back in just a moment. This is Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
Dragon fans, for Drexel student athletes to excel, it takes teamwork, dedication, and the generous support of our loyal alumni, parents, fans, and friends. Join the Dragon Club and impact the experience of our 450 student athletes by making a gift to Drexel Athletics today or designating your support directly to one of our 18 varsity teams. We all have a role to play, so join the club and invest in the Dragon's success by making a gift online at drexeldragons.com/give. That's drexeldragons.com/give. Thank you and go Dragons!
Be sure to visit Ed's Buffalo Wings and get 20% off after every Drexel home basketball game by showing your Dragon card. Located at 3513 Lancaster Avenue, we serve the freshest and most satisfying pizza in town. And make sure to try our Buffalo Wings with 12 unique sauces. We're open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m., Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Visit edswings.com for a full menu, daily specials, and catering options. Be sure to
Steamfitters Local Union 420 is a proud 120-year-old labor organization. We have been providing southeastern Pennsylvania with the safest steamfitters, welders, and HVAC technicians. Our members provide services to chemical, nuclear, healthcare, life science, and pharmaceutical industries, in addition to commercial and residential HVAC. If you need the most highly skilled and trained piping professionals, contact Steamfitters Local Union 420. Please visit us at our website, lu420.com.
3:57 to go. Drexel down 4. Winthrop going to the free throw line for one more, possibly. Rob Brooks, Mike Tuberosa here with you. In Winthrop Coliseum in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Homecoming for Winthrop. They take on the Dragons. In a tough, hard-fought game all the way through. Yame Butler has been disqualified, picked up his 5th foul just a little more than 30 seconds of gameplay ago. House, Oden, McGee, Williams, and Moore make their way out as Talford stands at the free throw line. He's got 16 points, 4 of 5 at the free throw line, 6 of 8 shooting. Looks it over, shoots, too strong. Amari Williams gets the rebound. Drexel in a 2-possession game.
Plenty of time. You don't have to worry about that. It's just you got to be efficient. You got to get some stops and don't foul.
Moore, they let him take it all the way to the front of the rim.
It's a couple times in a row, Justin just said, I'll take that too.
Got Drexel's last 4 points.
And he got him quick. Probably took the whole 15 seconds off the clock.
Got 7 points in this contest. Harrison just across half court. Very deliberate, just looking it over. Here comes the screen. He goes left. Uses it again. Goes the other way. Kicks it out to the corner. Now Johnson at the top. Got away with a travel. Johnson's shot missed. Gets the rebound. Goes back up and gets it in.
I actually thought that might be an and one there.
Well, they've called everything else down there an and one.
Yeah.
Like that's the pattern. The 68-64. 2:55 to go.
They switched over here. See Claxton's now covering
Claxton's
more.
on more. And now the double team comes out in Talford.
Swing it.
Oden to Amari down in the middle of the lane, and he is fouled before he can get the shot up.
We're nice to be able to finish that one there. Diallo's going to pick up.
I think it's Talford that's going to get
sorry.
the foul.
Yeah, Diallo's not even in the game. Looking at the wrong number. Sorry. Talford got 3 on him
Number
now?
3, yes.
So he's still safe. That is 17 fouls, so the Dragons will be shooting the rest of the way. Winthrop's been in the double bonus for quite some time.
He's shooting 2 here. You say he was on the way up. So Amari, first free throw in the air, good. Hits the front, the back, and then comes down.
Get better spin on it that time.
Amari now 5 of 7 at the free throw line today. He's got 13 points. 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Just going to say the same thing.
Amari's next free throw on the way and good. And Coach Spiker calls a timeout. The Dragons get it within 2. 2:43 remaining here. 30-second timeout by the Drexel Dragons.
Good ball game.
Yeah.
Really tight. Knew it was going to be coming down here. As we said before the game, this is a good team with a lot of good guys back. The environment, I wouldn't say it's intimidating. You know, they're a decent crowd, but
I can see why it would be intimidating.
Yes, when it's full.
When it's arena and it's very dark in the seats and it's steep.
Yep.
So it feels like everybody's sitting on top of you, and the court is lit up like a stage.
Yep.
So it's a good environment for basketball, and I'm sure when it's full.
I agree. I actually thought it, like I said, I thought there'd be a bigger crowd today. But it's a decent environment, but it's not something that's, I don't think it's going to be that thing that, it's not Cameron.
No.
Right? So I think the Dragons have already battled through that. They've had a couple big runs the other way, and Drexel has shaken them off. So again, it comes up to got to make a stop here. This half, 55% shooting this half for Winthrop.
House guarding the inbounds play. Doucette going to throw it in, bounce it into McMahon. They quickly double him, get it back to Doucette. And now Drexel retreats, and Doucette will bring it across half court. The handoff to Harrison. Kaysen flirts with that half court line all the time.
He does.
He's going to go right. Monroe's guarding him. Goes towards the right block, gets underneath the basket, throws it all the way up top for Doucette. He jumped in the air, had nowhere to go with it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. McMahon. Talford, fade away, and what are they going to say?
It's out of bounds.
They say out of bounds, and it's going to be Drexel basketball.
Actually, they're going to call a foul.
Oh, on Doucette, and that'll disqualify him for the day.
They said he used his right arm to push him. I could not see that from here.
Like, all I saw was L.O. falling across the baseline. And now we're going to walk the floor, and Lamar's going to shoot free throws.
It's not a bad thing.
He's got 11 points today. 4 of 8 shooting from the floor, 1 of 1 from the free throw line.
All of his points this half.
Dragons in a little bit of a huddle on the floor right now. I almost said something. Filter came out.
Filters are good.
Filters are good. Filters work.
They just told him that that's 5 fouls.
Now Winthrop's now gone around their coach, and the officials are like, hey, let's go, let's go. But the official was pushing Lamar to get on the line.
Yeah,
they hadn't even replaced the player yet.
It's a foul. So Winthrop took advantage of it. A little disorganization in the referees today.
Yeah.
It's not, and hey, it's early in the season for them too.
Elo taking a deep breath, looking it over. First free throw in the air, and that's good. Drexel down by a point. Lamar with a chance to tie it with 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Next one. Good.
That one looked like it was going to be a little long. Got the
Claxton to throw it in, gets it quickly into McMahon. McMahon doubled, gets it back to Claxton by passing along the baseline. Now Harrison goes to get it. Monroe on Harrison.
2 to play.
McMahon being guarded by Moore. Gets to Harrison. Harrison in the free throw line and takes down the right side lane. Swatted away by Amari Williams and out of bounds.
I'm going to call that on Lamar, and he's going to be done, I think. There was 2 guys hit. It was Lamar and whoever's laying on the ground. His arm went up, so it's a foul. I'm guessing this is going to be on Lamar Odom.
It is. You are correct.
Just good hustle there by Lamar, trying to get the loose ball. Just
you got to attack those 50-50s.
Yep.
Tie game, 1:44 remaining. Drexel's second player will be disqualified now. And what's the, now they're saying 4. They're saying that's 4 on Lamar.
I have him for 5. I'm only the book, right? Hey, good. Did they switch? Well.
Johnson, free throw, good. 1 point lead for
I'll take that
Winthrop.
mistake anytime. I really thought Lamar had fouled out. Remember, he had 3 early in the second half.
Minute 44 to go. Johnson in the air, good. 70-68. Justin Moore with the basketball in his hands.
They scored 25 of their points from the free throw line today.
Moore holding.
And that's 5, but this time that's going to be on
Timmerman.
Yes.
Timmerman guarding Amari Williams, holding Amari Williams. Mark Prosser calls his team over.
And this one has not been pretty. This is like late in the season type game. You know, banging around, guys really playing hard, diving for balls.
But this last 2 minutes has been as choppy as can be.
Oh, yeah.
Now Spiker calls his team over. Winthrop's still in the huddle. The officials pressing Coach Spiker to get his guys out. And he's like, look, they're still in a huddle down there.
Yeah.
You're not pressing them? So Amari Williams at the free throw line.
It's been a choppy game for me over here, too, with the fouls. I'm usually right on those things.
Oh. Amari's got 14. He's 6 of 8 at the line today. Widens his stance, bends his knees, shoots, makes. So he'll get another one. 1 point game. Amari Williams rubs up the basketball. Staring straight ahead. Gathers the ball, stands up straight, shoots and makes. It's a tie game once again, 70 apiece. McMahon takes the inbounds pass. Dragons retreat down the floor. He comes into the offensive end. 1:22 remaining.
Don't foul.
Monroe tries to bust up the handout. Harrison had to go in the backcourt to retrieve the ball.
Monroe plays really physical defense. Just don't want him to get that 5th.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Talford off the right block. Faces the basket. Now wants to back his way in. Amari does a good job staying in front of him. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Harrison driving. Scores it. He created all the contact in the world. He was out of control. And they're going to charge Lucas Monroe with a foul.
Somebody's getting their 5th foul.
It's Lucas Monroe. So he is disqualified. So he's the 3rd Dragon disqualified here this afternoon. I'm sorry, 2nd Dragon disqualified.
Wow. Some of these.
And Monroe very unhappy with the call.
understand. He just totally
He flung his body at the basket.
He leaned left into the guy and then just threw it up with his right hand. A lot of contact over here, too. Could be a foul.
Franz and Paul both talk with the official like, wait a minute, can you just do that? Like,
it just seems like it's over and over again, right?
A minute, 1 second remaining in the game. Winthrop up by 2, and Harrison with a chance to make it 3. Kaysen Harrison's got 19 points today. His career high is 24, which he's done twice.
Been at the line 10 times, made 8 of them.
Spins it, shoots it, hits the front iron, no good. Amari gets the rebound.
Oh, Dragons could use that miss, huh?
2-point game, under a minute to go. Claxton out on Moore. Moore past the House to Amari. Amari on the Big South logo turns, hooks it. Good. I didn't really want to hook. Actually, he's facing it. He pushed it towards the rim. We're tied again. Kaysen Harrison bringing it up. Now he's in the offensive end. He looks over at his coach. Coach is not looking at him. He's directing traffic lower on the floor. 13 on the shot clock. Harrison passes in the corner. Claxton passes. Are they going to call a foul on Moore? They're going to call him stepping out of bounds. They're going to call a foul on Moore.
There was no way Drexel was getting that call right there. They're both going for the ball, but now 19 seconds left. We got 2 more free throws.
Well, so the most likely scenario, because Harrison's been making his free throws here. He knocks them both down. Dragons are down 2. Yep. And they can play for the 1.
Yep, they're probably going to call timeout. Spiker's got a couple timeouts left. But yeah, that was just Justin Moore, like a hustle play, right? And just bumped him a little. And
Harrison misses the free throw. He opens the door for the Drexel Dragons.
Jason Allison wanted a timeout.
Coach Spiker is now calling a timeout. I think he informed the official that you missed our signal for a timeout. And we would really appreciate it if you would give us one right now.
I don't know if he said it quite like that, but yes,
I think that was the spirit behind it. But, the emotions of the moment were probably a little bit stronger than that. So 19 and 9/10 seconds is what it says on the clock. Harrison knocks it down. It's a 1-point game. So obviously the Dragons are holding for 1 and the win. They can run up the tunnel here and celebrate.
Yeah, but you miss it. It's over. So it's going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's 2 early in the season for these.
The Dragons' probably most explosive offensive threat, most versatile offensive threat, Yame Butler, is on the bench. He will not be on for this possession because he fouled out of the game already.
Mm-hmm. And he's one of the guys, like you said, he can get the ball to people, he can score, he can shoot.
He can pass it, he can shoot it, he can drive it.
Yeah, because right now, depending on who the Dragons have out there, don't have a ton of great shooters. Or I shouldn't say, guys that can make shots, we've seen them, but haven't been making them lately. So we'll see here what Coach Spiker comes out with.
What his personnel is.
Looks like Okru's going to be in the game.
Sniper.
So there's one. Luke House. Justin Moore's going to be having the ball. Amari Williams. And then the fifth guy will be Lamar Odin.
Williams, Odin, Moore, and House break the huddle.
Odin's had a good second half.
Nineteen and 9/10 seconds to go. Harrison has the ball, spins it, bends the knees up on his toes, misses them both, and Amari Williams gets the rebound.
Did not see that coming.
Moore taking his time, bringing it across.
12 seconds, no timeout being called. Spiker's letting him run it. Down to 8.
Moore looks up at the clock. To the free throw line, halfway down the line, floater misses. Justin Moore, the rebound and the putback, it's good. 1 and 7/10 seconds remaining. The Dragons have the lead, 74-72.
Wow. They're going to call 2.1 on the clock.
So they put a little time back up.
Yep, this is not women's basketball, it's men's, so the ball will not advance to half court. It's going to be taken out underneath. Justin Moore, who hit the winner last year against Charleston in the DAC. Wow, now we've seen fouls, right? So this thing is not
thing is-
over.
yeah.
You're going to have a good defensive stand here. Wow, Rob. What a change. Like with the foul, Harrison at the line, you're thinking the Dragons are going to have to come back just to tie it.
Yeah.
Misses both, and Williams gets his 11th board of the day. Gave the ball to Moore, and Moore has had a nice second half, too.
At that point, Harrison was 8 of 11 at the free throw line. You're like, okay.
He was 8 of 10.
He's cooking right now.
Yeah, he was 8 of 10, missed the second on the previous, so he's missed 3 free throws in a row down the stretch in a tight game. Wow, and Justin Moore, we saw him get in the lane, kind of short-armed it a little, but it came right back to him, and he banked it in with 2.1. And now there was a timeout. I don't know. They both wanted the timeouts. I don't know who they actually gave it to. Let's see if it says here. No, they're going to charge that to Drexel. So
yeah.
Drexel looks like the Dragons are out now, according to the stats here. So we got. I think they're going to put. They're going to put Turner on the ball. Okay, Turner, one of the bigger guys out there, so he's going to be taking the inbound pass. Dragons look like they stay with the same lineup. The only difference is Turner came in for Okrus.
Talford's going to throw the inbounds pass. Talford 6'7", so his height is similar to Garfield Turner's height.
Here we go. Let's see it.
He's running across the baseline. He's looking to make a baseball pass. He's run out of time. He's got to call a timeout.
Good defense there for the Dragons, so forced them to call a timeout. That was close to being 5. It wasn't 5.
It wasn't 5.
It was a good
but
call.
it was right on the border.
But it was really
and
close.
you could see it. You could see on Talford's face like he did not want it to be that way. Exactly.
He was just to our left, almost looking at us, and you could just see somebody get time. Yeah.
So still 2 and 1/10 second remaining here.
Yeah, nothing came off. This is crazy. This game started at 5:30, and most college games are under 2 hours now. What time are we looking at, Rob?
7:52.
Jeez.
We're getting right to the bus.
Yeah,
I don't know if the boys are going to be able to shower tonight. Our flight tonight to get back to Philadelphia is at 10:22.
About a 45-minute drive, 40-minute drive?
30-minute drive. 30-minute drive to Charlotte. But in theory, we should be checking in 30 minutes. We should be checking in. Right? 2 hours before the flight?
Yeah, you should be there. Yeah, about 2. We're okay. Yeah. We win this one, and, then we'll figure it out.
Well,
you lose this one, it's not going to be as fun.
Mark Prosser is Skip Prosser's son. And Skip Prosser had a line where he would say, if you're not missing a flight every once in a while, you're spending too much time in airports.
Yeah, actually, that's like the Zach Spiker theory. I'll tell you what. Shocker, huh, since he played under him?
Yeah.
People back in Philly getting excited.
74-72, Drexel in front, 2 and 1/10 second to go. Winthrop inbound the basketball. They have to go the length of the floor if they want to tie this one or possibly win it with the official telling Justin Turner that Talford allowed to run the floor. So he doesn't have to stay in a single position. Garfield Turner sort of looking against the runner.
4.
Baseball pass, three-quarter court, caught by Claxton. He tries to pass it. McMahon heaves it. It hits the shot clock, and the Drexel Dragons still won on the road against the Winthrop Eagles, 74-72. You gotta love that.
Wow, what a great comeback. Dragons somehow pull. That's just a really good win. I mean, there's no other way around that. You go on the road, you don't play your best game, trailing the whole game, and you win it with 2 seconds left.
That is, that's a moment right there. And Drexel Dragons shoot 44% in the game today. Winthrop Eagles shoot 47%. Free throws is everything, though. Dragons shoot 17 of 22 from the free throw line in this game. The Winthrop Eagles shoot 25 of 36. They missed 3 big ones down the stretch to open the door for the Drexel Dragons to get the win here today. Drexel led by 18 points from Amari Williams. Yame Butler had 15. Lamar Oden, 13 points. 10 for Lucas Monroe, 9 for Justin Moore. None bigger than the final 4 minutes of the game. Justin Moore, back-to-back possessions, comes down, gets a quick basket, drives to the hoop, gets a quick basket, and then gets the game winner with 2 and 1/10 seconds to go.
He had a great second half. Great second half.
The sophomore growing up in front of our eyes here. Drexel gets the win. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap this one up. Drexel gets their first win of the year here at Winthrop. This is Drexel basketball from Learfield Sports.
At Independence Blue Cross, we know life presents many choices, so we give our members choices, like access to the region's strongest network of doctors and hospitals, flexibility, like in-person or virtual doctor visits, and a range of health plans for every budget. For 85 years, IBX has been the region's #1 choice for health insurance. Now's the time for you to choose the right coverage. Enroll at IBX.com by December 15th for coverage that begins on January 1st.
Here at Mountain Dew, it's easy to tell who really loves the outdoors. For one thing, there's the rack on your car and the hitch on the back of your truck. There's your garage full of toys, from dirt bikes to wakeboards. And there's your cooler full of Mountain Dew, always at the ready. Because when it's time to get out there, climb into your deer stand or your fishing boat, a cooler of ice-cold Mountain Dew, that's as important a piece of outdoor gear as your spinning rod or your four-wheeler. Mountain Dew. Get out and do.
So the Drexel Dragons steal one here on the road at Winthrop, 74-72. Justin Moore with the game winner with 2 seconds remaining. An exciting game. In the first half, it looked like Drexel might have gotten the doors blown off. The Winthrop Eagles were really taking it to them. Drexel got in early foul trouble. Winthrop was shooting with more than 10 minutes to go. Winthrop was in the bonus in the first half. And there was a chance they were going to run away with this one, but Drexel regains their mojo. The second half, it's a back-and-forth contest, and eventually the Drexel Dragons are successful. A big, big win here on the road today for this Drexel team. And Coach Spiker told them yesterday at dinner, if you guys want to take the next step, if you want to move forward, you got to win big road games like this. And the Dragons responded. They did what they had to do. I've been listening. You heard me earlier say, we got a flight to catch. We got to hustle to get to the airport right now. So we're going to wrap this one up. For my partner, Mike Tuberosa, I'm Rob Brooks. So happy to be here and tell you about this great win by the Drexel Dragons. They pick up a win, their first win of the year. They're now 1-1 with a win over Winthrop here on the road in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Our next game is Tuesday night at the DAC. The Temple Owls will be in for a Big 5 contest. Sure hope you can join us. If not, game will be on television. You can see the game on Flow Sports if you cannot join us at the DAC. I'm Rob Brooks. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us here on a Saturday evening. Have a great night. You've been listening to Drexel Basketball from Learfield Sports.